What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty. Join my Discord if you want to chat and share your thoughts, the link is in the description. 8th Street Chapter 129 in Elephant Dance, Redheads are numb. Elephant tilde why your nose is so long tilde. The moment the magical and brainwashing melody comes to mind. The redhead can't help the pupils constricting. A strong sense of crisis suddenly rose in my heart. Without the slightest hesitation, the redhead quickly tugged at Whitebeard's right leg. Don't forget to leave this dangerous area, intuition told him. The guy who sang this song is strong, so strong that even the lazy sheep he is facing now is no match for him. This is a kind of crushing from the heart, it is a kind of fear from biological instinct. Just as the redhead had just taken the first step. The magical singing also stopped, it was replaced by a slightly immature child's voice. Big brother tilde. You drag other people's ankles like this. It's easy to get hurt tilde. Heard the reputation, what caught my eye was a child who looked like he was only 5 years old. But the aura and coercion emanating from it invisibly. But it is not even a little bit stronger than the top powerhouse in that forest. Even superior in some respects, giving a feeling of inability to see directly. Or the feeling of not being able to look directly. If the feeling of only being strong is an incomparably sharp blade. The little boy in front of me, it feels like a bottomless abyss. It seems that he was stupefied at the sight of Hong and didn't make a sound. Crayon Shin-chan raised her eyebrows, put your hands on your face. While grimacing, strangely twisting his body, why don't you talk? I know, you must be shy tilde. Why are you more hypocritical than that guy in Kazama tilde? Talking, Crayon Shin-chan hands on hips, suddenly he laughed loudly and said. Ha 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 ha. Immediately afterwards, Crayon Shin-chan made another strange move. While laughing, one side opened his mouth and said. Let me be the dynamic Superman to save you, looking at the kid in front of him who seemed to be suffering from some serious illness. The redhead couldn't help but twitch the corner of his mouth. It seems that I can't understand what this guy in front of me is doing. However, before the redhead could speak, Crayon Shin-chan who was still laughing out loud suddenly disappeared in place. While the redhead was surprised, Crayon Shin-chan suddenly appeared above his head. And blew into his ear, continued, I hate eating green peppers. With the voice of Crayon Shin-chan, the redhead couldn't help shivering all over. Hastily picked up Crayon Shin-chan and planned to use it to fly out. Although the action is very clean and agile, but after this series of actions. The redhead was stunned to realize that what he was grabbing was actually air. What are you looking for? Crayon Shin-chan lay on top of the red-haired head. The innocent and confused eyes are filled with clear stupidity. It makes people completely unable to arouse the desire to attack. But when I think of the shitty things that Crayon Shin-chan did. The red-haired face immediately collapsed. Little ghost, get away from me tilde. The deep roar is filled with a faint killing intent. I don't know if it's because of Crayon Shin-chan's harmless face. This caused the redhead to be unable to make a move. If other enemies dare to ride on his head, it is estimated that it has been killed by a knife. Advertisement can face the threat of red hair. Crayon Shin-chan not only has no fear at all. Instead, it moved more recklessly on the red-haired head. See this situation, those who are watching this war. The corner of my mouth twitched, it seems that I really don't understand what the red hair and that child are doing. Could it be that the kid is also a monster from Beechburg? Probably, after all, a kid also appeared on the battlefield of Beechburg. It's just this kid on the Qingqing grassland battlefield. Why do I always feel that he is so cheap? As soon as this remark came out. Immediately there was a huge wave of churning, without any exaggeration. Almost all the people of the world, after seeing Crayon Shin-chan. Something feels wrong, after all, the shock brought by Hututu before was too strong. But here is Crayon Shin-chan, the style of painting has changed drastically. Strong visual responses are poor, how much it is difficult for the world to accept. Coupled with Crayon Shin-chan's unreasonable showmanship. It's like playing with red hair in applause, what the hell is the redhead doing? Why did you play with a stinky brat on the battlefield? You idiot, why don't you take that Whitebeard guy away? The situation on the battlefield of Beechburg is about to collapse. This guy with red hair is still interested in playing around? It's really outrageous, the vast sea, listening to the discussions of the people around you. The leader of the revolutionary army, Drago, couldn't help but frowned. It seems that he is very worried about the situation of the red hair at this time. Although on the surface, Crayon Shin-chan is indeed playing with red hair. But in Dorag, and in the eyes of the strong standing at the apex of this world. This seemingly slapstick scene, but it is full of unimaginable crises. To know, although the red hair is the youngest Sea Emperor. But the strength is not weaker than the first 3 Sea Emperors. Even more than that, but it is such a powerful existence. But let a kid ride on top of his head and make a fool of himself? If the redhead volunteers, it's better to say something. But judging by the reluctance on the redhead's face. This is obviously because the redhead doesn't have the strength to catch that brat. Think of this, Drago subconsciously shook his head. It seems that some are not optimistic about the situation of the world government coalition forces at this time. To know, the current battle situation on the Beechburg battlefield can be described as very serious. If there is another accident on the battlefield of Qingqing grassland, the war against the Bikini Bot monster, it will be a complete joke. No, At that time, the whole world will be plunged into endless fear. People will not laugh at this failed battlefield. Instead, there is a savior constantly appearing in my heart. Come and save them from dire straits, but there is no shortage of some unhealthy guys who will complain about the world government coalition. But absolutely no one will laugh at this lost war. While Drago was deep in thought, Sabo beside him seemed to sense that something was wrong with Drago. So he asked, Mr. Dorag, what are you worried about? Facing Sabo's inquiry, Drago didn't hide, direct your concerns. And express your views on the current situation, advertisement. After all, for him, these are more important things. It is necessary to let your subordinates know what crisis they will face soon. Instead of covering up like world government, after listening to Dorag's analysis. Everyone present couldn't help but gasp, frowning. Staring at the little ghost crawling around on the red-haired head in a little surprise. This guy's strength is higher than that of red hair? Mr. Dorag, are you making a mistake? That's right. No matter how you look at it, that guy doesn't look like that kind of powerful guy. Or is that guy actually pretending to be a pig and eating a tiger? If that's the case, then shall we go to the battlefield? In the face of people's inquiries, Drago didn't respond immediately. But rubbing his chin, tried to analyze the current situation. Now Bikini Bottom battlefield, all the strong men attacked the Demon King with all their strength under the leadership of St. Figland. And the 5 elders don't know what happened, hastily left the battlefield. As for those monsters at Bikini Bottom, at this time, standing on the sidelines and watching. It seems to be watching a play, although the situation seems optimistic. But no one can guarantee after the World Government Coalition forces defeated the Demon King. Will those monsters in Beechburg attack like the World Government Coalition forces? If activated, then the World Government Alliance will be in a desperate situation. Leaving aside how powerful those monsters in Beechburg are. Just defeating the devil will consume more than half of the energy. And the World Government Coalition forces in that state. How could it be the opponent of those monsters in Beechburg? On the other hand, on the Qingqing grassland battlefield. Although there are only 2 enemies, but the strength shown by Lanyang is enough to prove one thing. That is, the red hair and the others are definitely not the opponents of the lazy sheep and the others. Unless Whitebeard and Golden Lion and others can wake up. Otherwise, no matter what, you will not be able to escape from Lanyang's hands smoothly. In addition, now there is another seemingly unscrupulous. But the child's strength is definitely higher than that of the red-haired child. The only downside, that is, Dorag doesn't know what Crayon Shinchan's ability is. If you can know the ability, only then can we more, well, accurately determine the difference between the 2 sides' victory and defeat. But judging from the current situation, even if it doesn't need to be too precise. It can also be seen that the World Government Alliance is at a disadvantage. Once that stinky brat is dragged to the red hair pirates. And the Whitebeard pirates were defeated by lazy sheep. At that time, the Qingqing grassland battlefield will end in complete failure. If those monsters on the Qingqing grassland battlefield ran to the Bikibao battlefield again. Think of this, Drago frowned even deeper, after struggling in my heart for a few minutes. There was a flash of determination in Drago's eyes. Immediately change the sailing route, target green grassland. With Drago's voice falling, the men on the ship started to act one after another. As the ship turned slowly, the firmness in Dorag's eyes became stronger and stronger. Red hair pirates, Whitebeard pirates. I hope you can hold out till we arrive. At the same time, on the green grassland battlefield. The red hair seems to have figured out the trajectory of Crayon Shinchan. Finally got you. Almost at the same time when the voice sounded first, gong. The red hair grabbed Crayon Shinchan's ankle, a successful smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Chapter 1 30,000 Years of Death exploded, the red-haired mentality collapsed. On the green grassland battlefield, the red hair seems to have figured out the trajectory of Crayon Shinchan. Finally got you, almost at the same time as the voice first sounded. The red hair grabbed Crayon Shinchan's ankle, a successful smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Don't wait for the redhead to be happy too soon. Crayon Shinchan standing upside down in midair while being grabbed by the ankle by the red hair. Suddenly, as if touching some kind of strange mechanism. Blushing, twisted his body again to make some strange movements. At the same time, she shyly scratched the back of her head. A little ambiguously said, "This place is not very good, Tilda. There are so many people, Tilda." Wen Yan, the corner of the redhead's mouth twitched. The anger value is rising in my heart. The red hair at this time is like an active volcano about to erupt. Just one step away from the door, it will completely ignite the explosion. But what does Crayon Shinchan care about, when even while the red hair is still in a state of trance? Quickly take off the socks, after successfully escaping from the red hair. Crayon Shinchan did not escape because of this, and with a charming smile on his face, he put his eyes on the middle of the red-haired buttocks. Hey Tilda, in evil laughter, Crayon Shinchan puts his hands together. And stretch out 2 index fingers, very accurate and depth target. Next second, intense pain swept through, out of instinct. The red hair is like a monkey jumping into the sky, clutching his buttocks and soaring into the sky. Looking at Crayon Shinchan who was scratching his head and grinning badly. Everyone, including Lazy Yang, instantly broke the defense. This move is really obscene, what a nasty fellow. Using such a despicable move to attack the boss. Shaoxin, although we haven't seen each other for a long time, 080. But you guys are as pervert as ever, we despise you. Words fall, everyone, including lazy Yang Yang, make a contemptuous gesture in unison. However, faced with the scorn of the crowd, on the contrary, Crayon Shin-chan blushed in embarrassment and waved her hands. Don't beat me like this, Tilda. Hey, see this situation. The corners of the mouth of a strong man including Lan Yongyang couldn't help but twitch. They retorted in unison. We're not praising you, hey. You pervert. At the same time, on the sea, looking at the redhead who ate 1,000 years of death. And in the face of ridicule, Crayon Shin-chan, who blushed and shy. Together with Drago and other members of the Revolutionary Army. Immediately, 2 thickened black lines appeared on his forehead. What is this all about? Are the monsters in Bikini Bottom so pervert now? Mr. Dorag. Advertisement, why don't we go to the battlefield of Beechburg? That guy is a pervert, if it's what you say. If that guy's strength is really strong, in the end. Sabo couldn't help taking a breath. At the same time, a pervert and unspeakable picture appeared in my mind. Whenever I think of Crayon Shin-chan's evil smile. Sabo shivered involuntarily, shaking his head hastily. Trying to get these dirty things out of my mind, Agfi, seeing Sabo like this. The rest of the Revolutionary Army members seemed to have guessed something. All of them showed expressions that I understand. But soon everyone seemed to remember something, mouth twitched. His face suddenly darkened. Damn, if we ever set foot on that battlefield, then the next redhead will be us. Being exploded in front of the whole world, please spare me. Mr. Dorag, why don't we return home? That guy is so pervert. That is to say, after being insulted like this, you still have the face to smile. If that guy is still very strong, we were caught, and that would really be a public execution for the whole world. Mr. Dorag, let's go to the battlefield of Beechburg. Though it's more dangerous there, but at least there's no pervert. Looking at the disdainful faces of the crowd, Drago, who was originally determined. At this moment, there is also a little crack in my heart. However, in response to the request of the public, Dorag did not respond on the spot, but frowning. Keep your eyes on Crayon Shin-chan, seems to be thinking. Do you want to continue to the battlefield of Qingqing Grassland? To face the seemingly harmless, in fact, he is very unhealthy pervert. Long Drago took a deep breath, eloquently said. I made a decision. Target Qingqing Grassland battlefield, no change. Although the situation on the Beechburg battlefield looks even worse. But you need to know, the main combat power of the World Government Alliance Army is in the Qingqing Grassland battlefield. If you don't rescue those guys, even if we rush to the Beechburg battlefield, it will be a drop in the bucket. Facing what Dorag said, although the people present were very reluctant. After all, no one wants to face a pervert, but their leader Mr. Dorag said so. No matter how much you resist, that can't violate Mr. Drago's order. As the mood of all members of the Revolutionary Army on the ship eased slightly, Drago also set his sights on Crayon Shin-chan again. Hard to eat Crayon Shin-chan. Note that the red hair of 1,000 years of death fell to the ground. Senhan's eyes are unusually cold. It was as if the entire space was about to be frozen. But after seeing the appearance of Crayon Shin-chan, the red-haired man who was thinking about drawing a knife was stunned for a moment. Gritting his teeth in a cold voice, Brat, you are so rude, do you know that? Facing the redhead's questioning, Crayon Shin-chan still looks embarrassed. Twitchingly, he opened the mouth and said, don't praise me like that, Tilda. Advertisement, hey, see, the red hair couldn't hold back at all. While drawing the knife, bursts of terrifying coercion burst out from the whole body. However, facing the terrible coercion of the red hair, Crayon Shin-chan was not moved at all. It seems that the rising momentum of the red hair is to him. As if nothing exists, still wriggling his body to himself. Kun let out a laugh like an idiot, looking at Crayon Shin-chan who shows no repentance. The red-haired man could no longer suppress the killing intent in his heart. Although he never did anything to civilians, but this guy in front of him is not a commoner. It's a monster from the evil side of Bikini Bottom. If it wasn't for Crayon Shin-chan's innocent and kind appearance, I'm afraid the red hair has already passed by with a knife. But now, Crayon Shin-chan's appearance makes people get goosebumps at a glance. The inner line of defense of the red-haired who was completely defeated. This also led him to attack Crayon Shin-chan without any scruples. As the momentum of the red hair gradually climbed to the peak, Crayon Shin-chan seems to have sensed something amiss. The smile on my face faded away, instead, a serious look on his face. Huo, I found you, the one-armed Demon King. Crayon Shin-chan bounced around for a while. Pointing at the redhead with a serious face, with a very serious tone, he said. I'm Superman, I must beat you today, accept it. Dynamic light wave, with the voice of Crayon Shin-chan. The red hair showed the appearance of the current enemy. Seriously prepared to take this terrible blow from Crayon Shin-chan. At the same time, in the realm of mystery, after trying several times to create New World, Al gradually has a clear idea of the creation of New World. Ding, modification failed. The logic of the New World legend has a serious error. Please host to modify again, as the system beeps. Al was forced to quit the creation page again by the system. After leaving the creation page, Al subconsciously opened the system store. And the acquisition of mysterious points. The mysterious legend of the cat and mouse world has been recognized by the people in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. Close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Beechburg has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 will be obtained. The mysterious legend of Goshong Ridge has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. Close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Qingqing Grassland has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. The mysterious legend of Doraemon has been recognized by the people of this world, and the mysterious point +1 has been obtained. Close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Tumbling Garden has been recognized by the people of this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. Close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Crayon Little New World has been recognized by the people in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. Close black lens bracket. Create a character, Qingqing Grassland, Lazy King has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and yet mysterious points +1. Creating the character, Doraemon Fat Tiger, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. Close black lens bracket. Creating the character, Mechanical Cat, Doraemon, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious point +1 has been obtained. Close black lens bracket. Creating the character, Cat and Mouse World, Tom, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious point +1 has been obtained. Close black lens bracket. Creating the character, Tipping Garden, Grandpa Niu, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. Close black lens bracket. Creating the character, Tipping Garden, Hu Tutu, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious point +1 has been obtained. Close black lens bracket. Creating a character, Crayon Shin-chan New World, Crayon Shin-chan, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious point +1 has been obtained. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Current mysterious points 3,621,456. Close black lens bracket. After seeing that there are still 3.6 million points, Al took a deep breath, immediately began the creation of the new world. Open black lens bracket. Creating a new world. Close black lens bracket. Chapter 131. The elephant shakes his face, his fart blows red hair, and the 5 elders can't hold back. Open black lens bracket. Building blocks world. Everything can be assembled with building blocks. Close black lens bracket. Directly ignore the template introduction of the world material. Al immediately started making changes to new world. Open black lens bracket. Material world. Block world. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Modification in progress. Close black lens bracket. At the same time, on the Qingqing Grassland battlefield. Huo, I found you, one-armed demon king. Crayon Shin-chan jumped in place. Pointing at the redhead with a serious face, with a very serious tone, he said, I'm Superman. I must beat you today, accept it. Dynamic light wave, with the voice of Crayon Shin-chan. The red hair showed the appearance of the current enemy. Seriously prepared to take this terrible blow from Crayon Shin-chan. However, just when the red hair is ready to do it, Crayon Shin-chan suddenly turned around. He took off his trousers. While wiggling her *** at the redhead, with a very frivolous tone, he said, Look at my dynamic light wave. Almost at the same time when Crayon Shin-chan's voice sounded, the whole world fell into silence in an instant, in everyone's horrified eyes. It was obvious that the corner of the red-haired mouth twitched involuntarily. What the hell is that guy doing? Isn't this a battlefield? Why did that guy do such an indecent thing? Is that guy trying to humiliate the redhead? It's not impossible. This is the way to humiliate. It is really, to pervert. Looking at the bizarre and outrageous scene in the picture, the members of the Revolutionary Army on board couldn't hold back anymore. Mr. Dorag, why don't we go to the battlefield of Beechburg? That guy is really... In the end, everyone's faces were livid and sullen. His voice was full of disdain, shouted in unison. That guy is so pervert. We don't want to be humiliated by that smelly brat like Redhead. It's just too embarrassing. Mr. Dorag, why don't you speak? Mr. Dorag, Dorag now, listening to the discussions around. The corner of Dorag's mouth twitched, no one responded. It seems that I am also thinking about whether my decision is correct. If you turn the bow now, then they don't need to face the super big pervert of Crayon Shin-chan. But if you turn around now, to be honest, Drago is somewhat unhappy in his heart. After all, the road to Sky Island is only a few hundred meters away. If you return now, not to mention that the distance to the battlefield of Beechburg has to be multiplied several times. It's not in Drago's character to give up halfway. After thinking about it for a moment, Drago took a deep breath. With a very serious attitude, he said, Now we're short of the flight path to Sky Island. There is only a distance of less than a few hundred meters left. If you return to the Beechburg battlefield now, it's just too time-consuming. Know that the current situation has no time for us to waste. Advertisement, I hope you all calm down for a while. After all, we still don't know what the kid's ability is. If that guy has only so much means, victory in this war will surely be ours. As Dorag's voice fell, everyone present looked at each other in blank dismay. There is an indescribable emotion in my heart, but Dorag said so. It's hard for everyone present to say anything more. I can only focus on Crayon Shin-chan again, and swear in my heart. If Crayon Shin-chan does something pervert again, they will definitely not hesitate to strongly demand to turn the bow of the ship to Drago. Before entering the airway of Sky Island, there is still time to make amends. Otherwise, once on the route to Sky Island, at that time, then there is really no way to beg Grandpa to sue Grandma. After all, the way to Sky Island is to go straight to the sky. There is no way to turn the bow at all. The only way is to fall straight from the sky. But if this is done, that's almost the same as courting death. Even if you didn't fall to your death, but here is not a small distance from the island. Coupled with the demon fruit power that can fly in the Revolutionary Army. Now does not follow, once it falls from the sky and damages the ship. Even if you didn't fall to your death, will also be swallowed by the sea and be ruthlessly drowned. Just when everyone was expecting the red hair to punish Crayon Shin-chan. Looking at Crayon Shin-chan with her butt pointed at her. The corner of the redhead's mouth twitched. I have an indescribable feeling in my heart. There is anger, there is surprise, there is doubt, there is anger. A variety of emotions are intertwined in the heart of the red hair. Very unpleasant, till the end, all emotions condense into anger. And it spewed out like a volcanic eruption. Little devil, put it away. Before the redhead could finish speaking, Crayon Shin-chan suddenly turned around. Staring at the redhead with a full face. What do you want to do again? The red-haired stared at Crayon Shin-chan warily. At this moment, he has been made a little nervous by Crayon Shin-chan. Whenever Crayon Shin-chan makes strange movements. That's definitely not a good thing, however, facing the redhead's questioning. Crayon Shin-chan blushed, twitchingly, he opened the mouth and said. Don't praise me like that, people will be embarrassed Tilda. See, the red hair couldn't hold back at all, fierce, violent, like the terrifying aura bursting out from the cage of the top predator breaking through the prison. At this moment, his eyes are full of indifference and chill. Anyone who knows redheads knows, this is redheaded rage. Stay away from here, quick, Beckman secretly screamed badly. Hurriedly evacuate the crowd, get it to a safe area. Those members of the Whitebeard pirates who have never seen the red-haired rage. And part of the Red Hair Pirates crew, although it is not clear what exactly happened. But judging by the domineering breath of the red hair. Even a fool should know, the redhead is really angry. Tut tut, it's been a long time since I saw the boss so angry. Yeah, the last time the boss was so angry was the last time. 0. Seeking Flowers advertisement, it's no different from what you said. Don't worry about it, let's get out of here first. It's not like you don't know how scary the boss who doesn't provoke you is. When I was in the Kingdom of Music, while Beckman was discussing with Usopp. Looking at the red hair whose breath is rising rapidly. Crayon Shin-chan very cooperatively made a frightened expression. Then turned around, take a watercolor pen out of the void. After a scribble, Crayon Shin-chan turned around. Hands on hips, pride and embarrassment written all over his face. Immediately afterwards, the magical singing that I heard at first resounds again. Elephant tilde, why is your nose so long tilde, elephant tilde. Looking at Crayon Shin-chan singing and dancing, the redhead's anger was rising steadily. The surrounding space seemed unable to hold his dreadful conqueror's hockey. Make a piercing crisp sound, when people all over the world saw this scene. Immediately called hot eyes. There are even many adults who blindfold children's eyes. 0 cursing and cursing, pervert, after seeing the people of the Revolutionary Army. Urgently pleading for mercy, Drago quickly turned the bow of the ship. They would rather take a long way to face those monsters on the battlefield of Beechburg. I also don't want to go to Ching Grassland to face that pervert. Can face the request of everyone, Drago is still thinking. Even if Crayon Shin-chan is already so pervert, but he still didn't want to give up halfway. After all, he doesn't care whether Crayon Shin-chan becomes pervert. All he has to consider is how to win this war. After all, they only have this chance. If you don't get it right, then it will all be over. But honestly, after Dorag saw Crayon Shin-chan's coquettish operations. How many can't hold back, but even a normal person can't deal with these messy operations. Seems like Dorag has made up his mind, the people on the boat stop talking. But silently pray in my heart, hope that when they feel that pervert brat just don't torture them like crazy. If not, that is no different from a public execution. As the demonic singing grows louder, the red-haired face also completely darkened. Involuntarily taking out the saber from his waist. Eyes full of cold light flashed strands of chilling killing intent. Smelly brat, pay for your actions today, almost at the same time as the voice sounded. The redhead holds a sharp sword in one arm, kill Crayon Shin-chan across a distance of hundreds of meters like lightning. Facing the red hair who suddenly killed her in front of her. Crayon Shin-chan couldn't help frowning, he showed a terrified expression very cooperatively. Immediately afterwards, an inattentive effort, Crayon Shin-chan's figure disappeared in place. The red-haired who lost his target suddenly staggered and fell to the ground. Just as he was about to get up, the disappearing Crayon Shin-chan suddenly appeared from midair. And he directly hit the redhead's forehead with his uncovered butt. Puff as farts ring, the whole world suddenly fell into a dead silence. Even the battlefield of Beechburg, he also froze in place because of the shameful scene of the red hair. Chapter 132 Resurrected, the monster ant returns to the battlefield. Puff, with the sound of farts, the whole world suddenly fell into a dead silence. Even the battlefield of Beechburg, he also froze in place because of the shameful scene of the red hair. Bikini Bottom battlefield. Looking at the few people who are about to move. A wolf came to Grandpa Niu, he asked suspiciously. Bull god of war. Why don't you just clean up those guys? Facing a wolf's inquiry, Grandpa Niu did not open his mouth to explain. Just showing a playful smile, after all, it's been so long since I left Tipping Garden. It's hard to come out now, definitely have some fun. Watching under the leadership of Saint Figaland, the people rushing towards the Demon King. Sekiro couldn't help showing a puzzled expression. It seems that some don't understand the purpose of Grandpa Niu's doing this. But since Grandpa Niu said so, Sekiro is a junior. Naturally there will be no objections, instead, he stared intently at the Saints of Figaland. It seems that he wants to figure out what the purpose of Grandpa Niu is doing this. My Lord Commander. The Mirror Knight came to Feijia, May 17th, Rand Street. The tone is getting more serious and serious, the Demon King. It seems to be able to absorb the energy emitted when we attack. Thus treating and improving one's own strength. If we continue to attack the Demon King like before, it is absolutely impossible to kill it, on the contrary, it will make him stronger. As the Mirror Knight's voice fell, Rayleigh, who was standing beside him, also said. Since you can't use Devil Fruit's ability, then we can only engage in melee combat. For the method proposed by Rayleigh, everyone frowned. Although this is indeed a good way, this method is also the most dangerous. After all, a skinny camel is bigger than a horse. If the Demon King still has power left, at that time, everyone present will face an unprecedented crisis. And, no one knows that when the Demon King is dying. Will there be a flashback, if the light shines back? The dangers they will experience, gotta take it to the next level. To know, looking back at that time, it's time for creatures to unleash their full potential. Unless you kill it with one blow, otherwise, there is an imminent danger to life anyway. Such a dangerous thing, no one wants to be the leader. Because the first to suffer is the leader, at this time. Standing in the crowd, the unknown smile suddenly seemed to notice something. Slowly opened the mouth and said, Everyone, the aura of that monster seems to be weakening. If you leave it alone, it is possible to consume it to death. With a laughing voice falling, the faces of everyone present gradually improved slightly. If only waiting time is enough to kill this Demon King. That must be the best thing ever, but everyone always feels that something is not right. To know, Grandpa Niu has never been out of date with the Demon King. Just a look, advertisement he was so scared that he hid in the deep pit. If the devil is not injured, why is the breath of the devil gradually weakening? Think of this, Jin seems to have guessed something. His face suddenly sank, a palpitating chill flashed in his eyes. That guy is really cunning. You actually want to use this method to lure us into the bait. Everyone quickly separate your positions, stay away from the devil. That guy is trying to trick us into giving him energy. At the same time as Jin's voice sounded, the devil hiding in the deep pit seems to have heard Jin's words. My heart suddenly burst into flames of anger. At this moment, he wished he could tear Jin into pieces. I can't wait to swallow all the strong men outside. If you ingest the blood and body of a strong man like Figaland, the Demon King will definitely be able to raise another level. Even without food, as long as there is enough negativity. It can also bring strength to him. Gee, it's all just a fantasy. If you don't trick those guys into eating them, the Demon King can only hide and shiver in this dark pit. Seeing that it was impossible to trick those guys in, the Demon King's patience is also gradually disappearing. Roar, with a low hoarse roar sounded. The surrounding air seems to be unable to bear the coercion of the Demon King. Make a piercing cracking sound. Next second, just when the devil was about to rush out and swallow those guys forcibly. Suddenly, as if I discovered something, the eyes slowly moved to the deep corner. Looking at the still cold body, the devil immediately had the answer in his heart. That is which woman he is possessed by, in this case. Not only can you get a monster-like body, unlock all your strengths. Got an idea, immediately, the devil turned into a ball of black air and penetrated into the body of the four emperor's ant. Mammon Tilda. Amid morbid and maniacal laughter, a series of rapid bursting sounds suddenly sounded. The four emperor's ant's arms puffed up like a heavy machine restarting. A hideous vein spread from the arm to the top of the head. Instantly, the wind suddenly rises, carrying a palpitating terror pressure straight into the sky. Cover the entire island. Kaka, kaka. The invisible space seems to have become a substance. Cracked out a series of ferocious cracks, the violent wind blows all around. Four Emperor's ant opened her mouth wide open, his eyes are extremely cold. It was as if the entire space was about to be frozen. All of you, B.F.E. Ant Four Emperors let out a sigh of relief. A tyrannical aura erupted from her body like a blood-killing beast overlooking its prey. At the same time, the black mist surrounding the body gradually turned into substance. Wrapped around the fist along the arm, a hot flame burst out from the scarlet eyes. When the voice landed, the powerful body of the Four Emperor's ant jumped up like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. The breath under my feet exploded, leaves a huge depression in the ground. While setting off a howling wind, leaping from the depths. Advertisement Achilles' heel rushes away, the moment I met the Four Emperor's ant. Everyone present couldn't help showing a look of horror. To know, under their scouting, The breath of the four emperor's ant should have died long ago. How can it appear here? But it didn't take long for Rayleigh to see something was wrong. Shouted eagerly. Quick! Get out! That guy is not a bugmom. 2. Before Rayleigh could finish speaking. Swish, next second, the figure of ant four emperors spanned a distance of nearly 100 meters. Come straight to Rayleigh with lightning speed, lightning flint room. Jin, who sensed the crisis, reacted quickly, dived down from the sky. Try to block bigmom's attack, gusts of wind howled. The deep cold knife light seems to tear the entire space apart. Slash on Jin's steel like fist. Clang. The dull sound of metal collisions echoed throughout the island. Jin's eyes seemed to burst into flames, angrily said. Damn Demon King, however, facing Jin's voice. The Demon King didn't care about it at all, instead, gradually increased the intensity of the attack. Look at the sick, mad face of the four emperors' ant. Jin couldn't help shivering, an ominous premonition rose in my heart. During the collision, the veined arm it is expanding at a speed visible to the naked eye. The scarlet eyes even flashed a trace of ultimate killing intent. Mama Matilda. What a powerful body. Let me use this body. 1. Kill all of you. The eyes of the four emperors' ant gradually became blurred. Breathing also gradually becomes rapid. With a morbidly gentle tone, he shouted in front of Jin. Give me your flesh and blood, just eat your flesh and blood. I can defeat that stinky old man 2.3, eat him. I will become the most powerful existence in this world. With the voice of the ant of the four emperors falling. There was a trace of cold sweat on Jin's forehead. The ominous premonition in my heart is getting stronger. Tell him directly, if you don't leave again, then he will be bombarded and killed on the spot by the ferocious blow of the four emperors' ant. However, just when Jin was about to escape, ant four emperors noticed first. The tiger's body shook, the black mist covering the surface of the body. It exploded like a muffled thunder, scatter all the armament hockey wrapped around Jin's arms. Clang, fist and fist collide with a heavy metallic sound. Echoes throughout the island, terrible brute force. Jin was blasted hundreds of meters away, if Rayleigh hadn't saved Jin in time. I'm afraid the four emperors' ant's blow, it could really kill Jin. Seems like seeing his prey rescued, the devil possessed in the body of the four emperors' ant was furious instantly. Word by word. You, all, got it, here, old man, die. Chapter 133 Creation. Building Blocks World, 5 Spirit King appears, 5 Elders are numb. Clang, fist and fist collide with a heavy metallic sound. Echoes throughout the island, terrible brute force. Jin was blasted hundreds of meters away, if Rayleigh hadn't saved Jin in time. I'm afraid the four emperors' ant's blow, it could really kill Jin. Seems like seeing his prey rescued, the devil possessed in the body of the four emperors' ant was furious instantly. Word by word. You, all, got it, here, old man, die. As the voice falls, a thick white fluid, squirming towards Big Mom four emperors at breakneck speed. The howling wind is howling, when there was less than 30 meters away from the four emperors' ant. Wriggling white fluid, bounced tens of meters high like a slime. Then it quickly changed back to Katakori's original appearance. The transformed Katakori clenched his fists, the veins on the arm are popping up. Like a bloodthirsty beast, it bared its blue-faced fangs and swooped down to kill. Boom, the sound of the wind, the vigor is surging. Next moment, Ant Four Emperors opened her palm the size of a futon. As if Katakori's fist was attracted by a magnet, not an inch. Mama, you wake up, damn guy, get out of Mama's body. Katakori's eyes suddenly changed, 06 roared silently in his heart. Originally, Katakori was about to leave the battlefield of Beechburg. But just a few minutes ago, Katakori suddenly sensed the breath of Bigmom. Although I have some doubts in my heart, but Katakori didn't think much about it at the time. Just want to go back to Cake Island for a treat with Bigmom. But when he feels, I happen to see Bigmom attacking Jin. At the same time, I learned the truth from the mouth of the Demon King. Damn guy. Quick. Hear me. From Mama. Inside. Get out. Get out. Come on. Katakori spoke word by word, next moment, a fierce, violent. Like the tyrannical breath of a top predator breaking free from its cage. Burst out of him, however, just when Katakori raised his other arm with bulging veins. While preparing to give Bigmom a fatal blow, Bigmom takes the lead. The tyrannical and savage force is transmitted to the palm through the arm. Click. Amid a series of cracking sounds, Katakori's whole body seemed to vibrate dozens or hundreds of times in this instant. The pupils are full of disbelief, such a majestic force. Katakori is simply unbearable. Next second, Katakori's entire right arm seemed to be split apart. Blood spouts, from top to bottom, there are several terrifying cracks with deep visible bones. In a blink, advertisement under the violent and tyrannical huge thrust. Katakori's arm tendons and deep cold white bones are exposed from the skin of his elbow. Under the pain caused by the bursting of the whole arm. Katakori's face twisted into a ball, bloodline oozes from the terrifying and ferocious fangs. In the end, he was thrown out by Bigmom like a dead dog. Brother, Mama, Why did you hit Big Brother so hard? Why? The crew of the BIGMOM pirates who saw this scene. Instantly, tears filled my eyes while full of doubts. I was overwhelmed by anger, especially Bree, to know. In the whole family, everyone's attitude towards Bree is not very friendly. Only Katakuri treats her like a family member, seeing Katakuri's serious injuries now. Bree risked being killed by BIGMOM, hold the mirror and run to Katakuri's side. And when BIGMOM saw the cooked duck about to fly away, instantly burst into flames. There was no time left for Bree to react. In the fury of BIGMOM's footsteps, the ground instantly crackled. The majestic body like an iron tower slammed into the air. Just for a moment, then across a distance of several meters, he rushed to the front of Bu Lei. Next, the iron fist as big as a clay pot brought a fierce and whistling airflow. A blow to Bree's forehead. In an instant, the air surges like a tide. As if stirred by this fierce punch of BIGMOM, instantly. The suffocating fist wind is coming, just when Bree was about to be hammered to death by BIGMOM. As the commander of the Knights of God, Saint Figaland snorted coldly. Although he doesn't have much affection for Katakuri in his heart. But after all, it is a member of the World Government Alliance. If you don't want to save yourself, at that time, it will definitely cause dissatisfaction among other members. Clang, 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 sparks splatter, loud noise. Two tall figures like fierce beasts collided fiercely with each other. The dull sound of metal collisions reverberated throughout the island like a magic sound. At the same time, in the realm of mystery, ding, modification failed. The logic of the New World Legend has a serious error. Please host to modify again, as the system beeps. Al was forcibly kicked out of the creation page by the system with a full face of displeasure. After leaving the creation page, Al subconsciously opened the system store. And the acquisition of mysterious points. The mysterious legend of the cat and mouse world has been recognized by the people in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained, close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Beechburg has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 will be obtained. The mysterious legend of Goshong Ridge has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained, close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Qingqing Grassland has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. The mysterious legend of Doraemon has been recognized by the people of this world, and the mysterious point +1 has been obtained, close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Tumbling Garden has been recognized by the people of this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained, close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Crayon Little New World has been recognized by the people in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained, close black lens bracket. Advertisement, create a character, Qingqing Grassland, Lazy King has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and get mysterious points +1. Creating the character, Doraemon, Fat Tiger, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious point +1 has been obtained, close black lens bracket. Creating the character, Mechanical Cat, Doraemon, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious point +1 has been obtained, close black lens bracket. Create the character, Cat and Mouse World, Tom, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and get +1 mysterious points, close black lens bracket. Creating the character, Tipping Garden, Grandpa Niu, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious point +1 has been obtained, close black lens bracket. Creating the character, Tipping Garden, Hu Tutu, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained, close black lens bracket. Creating a character, Crayon Shinchan New World, Crayon Shinchan, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, get mysterious points +1. Open black lens bracket current mysterious points 6,621,456, close black lens bracket after seeing that there are already more than 6.6 million points. Al took a deep breath, didn't directly start modifying the New World Legend. Instead, open the system store, prepare to buy a few world materials first. It's not that he doesn't want to continue creating the world of building blocks. Instead, I intend to see if there is a better one to create. If not, then he will continue to create a world of building blocks. Open black lens bracket congratulations to host for getting the world material X2, close black lens bracket. Due to the lack of mysterious points, so Al only bought 2 world materials this time. 150 can wait for him to read the newly purchased materials of the 2 worlds. Immediately lost interest, Starling is really good. B. How to say, if you create a bug level character like Bugs Bunny. Probably have to repeat Tom's routine, it might even be more complicated. After all, Bugs Bunny's ability, not as easy to describe in words as Tom. Why? With a helpless sigh, Al waited and watched the battlefield. Then I ate some fruit, and after sleeping, Al reluctantly opened the creation page about the world of building blocks. Open black lens bracket material world. Block world. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket modification in progress, close black lens bracket. Looking at the prompt popped up by the system, Al just stared blankly. No desire to do it at all, to know his efforts in this building block world. Longer than any other world, B. Every time the system prompts an error. Where did the problem arise? After thinking about it for a while, Al tried again, but the result is still a failure. Fit. This also let Al know exactly where his mistake was. He was too greedy before. I want super lollipops again. I want a super build again. I want the 5 spirit lock again. I want again, without any exaggeration, even with the powerful props that appear in the Pigman series. Al wants to fix it, also because of this, that's why Al can't be modified correctly. Open black lens bracket material world. Block world. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket modification in progress, close black lens bracket. Chapter 134 Flying Island, Building Block Island appears. Open black lens bracket material world. Block world. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket modification in progress, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket on the mainland 3,500 years ago, there was an island called, Building Blocks, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket as the name suggests, everything on the island is made of building blocks, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket even so, everything assembled with building blocks, close black lens bracket. All are almost the same as the real thing. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket it is no exaggeration to say that it is an object assembled with building blocks, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket even more realistic than the real thing. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket like trees, flowers, etc. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket although they are all assembled with building blocks, close black lens bracket. But whether it is from the perspective of vision, taste, or smell. Open black lens bracket all are more real than the real thing. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket even crops, close black lens bracket. And the output is more than the real thing. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket without any exaggeration, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket in the world of building blocks, as long as there is a daughter-in-law, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket it can do everything. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket but because of this, close black lens bracket open black lens bracket those with bad minds take advantage of this feature, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket manufactured countless extremely destructive props and items, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket even the world-destroying props are too numerous to count, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket after suppressing the evil forces again and the response was mediocre, close black lens bracket. The person in power in the building block world has no choice but to promulgate a law, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket that is to arrest all building block creators and centralize management, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket building block builder, close black lens bracket, as the name suggests, it is a special group that can create everything through building blocks, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket although imagination can create everything in the world of building blocks, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket but that only refers to some people, close black lens bracket open black lens bracket and this ability is also innate, not everyone has it, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket with the release of the new law. Close black lens bracket, the building block creators of the entire building block island fell into a situation where everyone was in danger, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket especially those evil block builders, close black lens bracket, after the law is promulgated, even think about whether to overthrow the current person in power. Open black lens bracket or escape from the island of building blocks and go to other islands, close black lens bracket. But as the royal army continues to approach, open black lens bracket let those evil creators who want to escape have nowhere to escape, close black lens bracket. Plus those evil building block builders who want to rebel make trouble from it. Open black lens bracket in the end, an evil organization of building block builders was established, close black lens bracket. With the establishment of the evil building block builder organization, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket the royal army has been defeated steadily since the beginning, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket seeing that the organization of evil building block builders is about to subvert the palace, close black lens bracket. A man named the Great Master Guangming reversed the situation of the battle by himself, close black lens bracket. After destroying the evil building block builder organization, open black lens bracket Master Guangming made a decision after discussing with those in power, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket created a college called Super Assembly, close black lens bracket open black lens bracket with the establishment of the Super Assembled Academy, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket all those who are qualified to become building block builders, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket all got a good education, close black lens bracket, but not long after the establishment of the Super Assembly Academy, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Great Master Guangming left Building Block Island for some reason, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket and with the departure of the Great Mage Guangming, close black lens bracket. Advertisement open black lens bracket those evil building block creators are like mice hiding in the stinking ditch, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket resurrection again. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket but this time, close black lens bracket open black lens bracket without the protection of the Great Master Guangming, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. No one can resist the evil building block builder. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket plus. It was too ruthless to be suppressed by the great master Guangming before. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It makes those evil building block creators have a strong antisocial mentality. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. If the first time is because of resistance and seizing the throne. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Then this time, their purpose is to completely destroy the building blocks. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It is for this reason. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Let those evil block builders follow the monsters of the age. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket created countless terrifying demon kings and monsters with the ability to destroy the world. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Although the evil building block builder is coming. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. But fortunately, the bright mage is before leaving. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Leave a super assembly school for the building block island. Close black lens bracket. It is also because of the tenacious resistance of the super assembly academy. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. This successfully blocked the invasion of the evil building block builder. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After countless battles. Close black lens bracket, although it ends with the victory of Super Assembly Academy. Open black lens bracket but experienced so many wars. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. The entire building block island was also smashed to pieces. Close black lens bracket. In order to find their home, the residents of the building block island left the island. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After stepping into the mainland. Close black lens bracket. Residents on building block island quickly found a good place to settle down. Open black lens bracket. But because of the appearance. Close black lens bracket. As a result, the residents of Sawwood Island often have conflicts with those guys on the mainland. Close black lens bracket. There was even an earth-shattering battle with the strong man in the dump garden once. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After countless battles and cold eyes. Close black lens bracket. Although some people on the mainland have accepted the residents of the building block island. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. However, there are still most people who look down on the residents of building block island. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Forced by helplessness, those in power on Jimu Island cannot stand such oppression. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Therefore, I appeal to the residents of the collective Jimu Island to prepare to find their homes again. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. At this time, the return of the great demon tribulation of light. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Let the residents of the world of countless building blocks see hope. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Although the idea of the residents is to unify the continent. Close black lens bracket. But the idea of the great magician of light is different from everyone's. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. As early as when he established the Super Assembly Academy. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. He faintly sensed that the evil building block creator is not dead. Close black lens bracket. And not dying means resurgence and more cruel wars. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Although the building block island is hundreds of times harder than other islands. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. But the great magician of light knows that those evil building block builders will definitely not give up. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. As the war begins. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Building block island may not be able to support such a high intensity battle. Close black lens bracket. The great mage of brightness, after considering this carefully. Open black lens bracket, resolutely left the building block island and embarked on the road to find a new home. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Of course, the great magician of Guangming discovered the existence of the mainland. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. But, after some consideration, close black lens bracket, the great magician of light did not choose to let the residents of the building block world migrate to the mainland in the end. Open black lens bracket. Because there are too many strong people on the mainland. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. If you enter this area rashly. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Residents of the building block world will definitely suffer a lot of injustice. Close black lens bracket. But this world is apart from the continent in the world of building blocks. Advertisement. Open black lens bracket. There are only a few islands with stronger existences left. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Like those islands, even the great magician of light dare not step into them. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Desperate. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. The great magician of Guangming couldn't help but come up with a bold and very cruel idea. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. That is to return to the building block island. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Kill all those evil building block assemblers. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Not one left. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. But just when this idea was born. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. The great magician of Guangming suddenly discovered the angel-like white magic weapon on his chest. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It gradually turned black. Close black lens bracket. P.S. The spiritual weapon is formed innately, which is the standard of the building block creator. Spiritual weapon represents the power of 7 elements: metal, wood, water, fire, earth, light, and darkness respectively. Also corresponds to 7 colors, while the remaining 6 colors change to black. Which means that it is not far from becoming a builder of evil blocks. Open black lens bracket, and after seeing the spiritual weapon on his body gradually turn black, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket immediately rejected this idea. Close black lens bracket, open black lens bracket, you can't find a suitable habitat, and you can't kill all the evil building block builders, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, where should the fate of the building block island go? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, this has become the most confusing thing for the great magician of Guangming, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, that is at this time. Close black lens bracket, open black lens bracket, the great magician of brightness accidentally broke into the world of Crayon Shinchan, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, in that chaotic land, the great mage of light witnessed many strange things, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, at the same time, a bold idea came into my mind, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, that is to transfer the building block island to Otherworld, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, it can be ideal and plump, but the reality is very skinny, close black lens bracket. Leaving aside the fact that Otherworld is not easy to build. Open black lens bracket, with the current strength of the great mage of light, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, even how to get out is a problem. Close black lens bracket, open black lens bracket, fortunately, after wandering in this chaotic world for several years, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, great magician Guangming is lucky enough to meet Crayon Shinchan, close black lens bracket. And with the help of Crayon Shinchan, I became the first person to leave this area, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, after leaving the world of Crayon Shinchan, Wang Liao Zhao, close black lens bracket. The first thing the great magician of light does is to tear apart the other world, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, thus creating a place suitable for people living in the building block island, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, but after countless failures, close black lens bracket, open black lens bracket, this idea was gradually denied by the great magician of light, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, that's when, close black lens bracket, open black lens bracket, the bright magician suddenly had a flash of inspiration, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, since it is impossible to live on the ground, close black lens bracket, can't live in another world, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, then why can't we focus on the sky and Haiti? Close black lens bracket, having an idea, the great magician of Guangming will immediately start research and practice, close black lens bracket. Although it is impossible to create an island that can live on the seabed, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, but the great magician of light has created a movable flying island, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, after creating the flying island, the great magician of light returned to the building block island, close black lens bracket. And connect all the residents of the building block island to the flying island, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, and this flying island has experienced the world for thousands of years, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, it has become a very huge and prosperous island, close black lens bracket. And in order to prevent the residents of the building block island from being harmed, the great magician of light used building blocks to create a protective cover that no one would notice. Open black lens bracket, since then, the legend of Flying Island, Building Block Island has begun, close black lens bracket. Chapter 135, I am making a move, the hidden world destroying weapon. Analyzing the material world. Logical fit, rapport fit. Material world fusion in progress. The fusion is complete, and it is detected that the host still has. Directly choose to ignore the prompts of the system. L directly uses the material converter to convert the world material into character material. Open black lens bracket, one world view material can be converted into 3 random character materials, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, 3 random character materials can be converted into a designated character material, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, 3 random character materials can be converted into a worldview material, close black lens bracket. According to the conversion method of the material converter, a worldview material can be converted into 3 random materials and converted into a specified material. However, Al did not directly convert the world material at hand into character material directly. Instead, first take all the world materials, converted to random material. So let's see if we can follow the character material of the male god Bond. Open black lens bracket, congratulations to host for obtaining the bikini bottom character material, SpongeBob SquarePants, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, congratulations to host for getting Crayon Shinji new world character material, Nohara Sunflower. Congratulations to host for obtaining the character material, Taffy, of the Cat and Mouse world. Congratulations to host for obtaining the character material of Qingqing Grassland, Banana Wolf. Open black lens bracket, congratulations to host for getting the close black lens bracket. Glanced roughly, Al shook his head helplessly, then I selected a few character materials that I already had and converted them into designated materials. Congratulations to host for getting the role of building block world material, GG Bond. Immediately afterwards, Al picked up a few more character materials that might be useful. And other duplicates converted into world material. Just when converting the world material, Al suddenly discovered a very conscious thing. If a material world is converted into a character material, whether it is converting character material to specified material, or converted to a world material, its essence will not change. At this point, Al tried the card bug before, unfortunately failed. But just now, after Al left some material characters that are easier to modify. When converting those existing character materials into world materials, suddenly found, those already exist, or the material world converted from the character material that is not easy to create. It turned out to be a new world material that he didn't have before. After discovering this interesting point, the corner of Al's mouth can't help but rise. To know, Al is now interested in worldviews that are easier to create. All purchases are based on mysterious points, certainly. It's not that you can't go to the lottery machine to give it a go. But that would be too much trouble, and it's not stable either. If you can simply rely on mysterious points to buy world materials in the system store. 2.5 million mystery points to buy one. This obviously consumes too much mystery points. But now you can rely on the material converter to get the new world material. For Al, simply gospel, to know, Al is short of everything now. Only there is no shortage of world materials, if these world materials are converted into character materials. That will give birth to a combination of no less than 3 digits. Like, the character materials decomposed from a world material are A, B, and C. And the character materials decomposed from another world material are D, E, F. This allows for a variety of combinations, for example, A plus B plus D, A plus C plus D, advertisement A and D plus E, etc. And this is just 2 world materials. If it's 3, 4, that means Al can unscrupulously disassemble and piece together, so as to find the world material that you think is better to create. The most important is, even if there are 2 duplicate character materials, can also be set out, A plus B, A plus C, conversion method. Think of this, Al didn't even think about it, convert all material characters directly. Once there is any dissatisfaction, Al then directly converts it into a material character. And change a character material to retransform. Time passed minute by minute. For 3 hours, Al converted a total of 3 available. And a slightly simple world material. After doing these things, Al subconsciously opened the system store and the acquisition of mysterious points. The mysterious legend of the cat and mouse world has been recognized by the people in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. Close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Beechburg has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 will be obtained. The mysterious legend of Goshong Ridge has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. Close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Qingqing Grassland has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. The mysterious legend of Doraemon has been recognized by the people of this world, and the mysterious point +1 has been obtained. Close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Tumbling Garden has been recognized by the people of this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. Close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Crayon Little New World has been recognized by the people in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. Close black lens bracket. Glanced roughly, seeing that the acquisition of mysterious points is still very stable. Al couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. Now he has seen through the perspectives of Tom, Jerry, Doopy, Sekiro, Grandpa Niu, etc. Watch the current situation on the battlefield for a while. Although the current situation is very good for our own camp. But this is often what Al is most worried about if the fellows he created accidentally killed all the World Government Coalition forces. Then there will be no free labor, also because of this. When Al was discussing with them, we'll deliberately emphasize that they should not be too heavy-handed. But if the guys from the World Government Coalition forces are too stupid, then solve it without hesitation. Although Al really didn't want to kill these tool people. But he is not a saint. Mystery points to earn, but if it makes his subordinates feel uncomfortable, then the mysterious points are not earned. Whoever, a gay, commits a crime will kill him. After these things are done, Al Dang even started modifying GG Bond. Material role. GG Bond. Open black lens bracket modification in progress. Close black lens bracket. At the same time that Al was modifying the material character GG Bond, World Government Alliance resident, the 5 elders who hurried back to the station knelt in front of IM. The respectful tone is full of eagerness and helplessness. Master IM, this is not the place for you to come. Go back to the main seat and overlook the battlefield. Overlook the World Government Coalition forces to win this war. Go back, my lord, before the group of monsters find your trace. Go back, my lord. The place where you should appear should be on the throne of the void. Instead of this dirty and chaotic battlefield, looking at the 5 elders who persuaded themselves to leave the battlefield with your words. Advertisement. There was no wave on Im's face under the mask. The tone is even more indifferent to the point of no emotion at all. Nefeltari Vivi has been captured to the Shrine Marijoy. Im didn't say much, but just this short sentence revealed secrets, but enough to set off a storm in the hearts of the 5 elders. As Im's cold voice sounded, 5 elders thumped in his heart. Gasp, with a slightly trembling voice, he asked. Master Im, are you planning to use that thing? Couldn't it be too early? That is a weapon that can destroy the entire world. Now use. Looking at the horrified expression of 5 elders. Im under the mask still maintains a cold expression. I've already arranged for Ying to do it, then you are responsible for holding back those guys. Words fall, Im not giving 5 elders a chance to refute at all. Just blast them out, and before the 5 elders go to battle. Im added. In 3 minutes, ancient weapon will launch a second attack. As the voice falls, 5 elders couldn't help frowning. The meaning of Im's words is already obvious. The ancient weapon will be used again in 10 minutes. On the face of it, Im just kindly reminding the 5 elders to settle the fight 10 minutes ago. But how could the battle be resolved in 10 minutes? Take your life to solve it. What about trouble? Not to mention how many monsters are there on the battlefield of Beechburg. Just the current state of the World Government Alliance army. Not enough to fight those monsters in Bikini Bottom at all. It is not even an exaggeration to say, even the World Government Alliance army in its heyday. You may not be able to face so many Bikini Bot monsters. And Im's implication is, before the launch of the ancient weapon. Try to hold those Beechburg monsters down, even in death. Kill those monsters too. If not, then wait for Ying to use that weapon. All in all, I am not going to let the 5 elders come out of this field alive. When Im's voice reached the ears of the 5 elders. 5 elders was obviously taken aback, then he bowed very respectfully in the direction of Im. This moment, the eyes of the 5 elders are gradually becoming dull. Obviously lost hope of surviving, but a little more indifference. And a strong killing intent, long before the 5 elders who became the highest powers of the world government. They gave their lives to Im, to them only, Im is their god. Even if Im wants them to kill themselves on the spot now. They will not hesitate at all, to put it plainly. When there is no crisis in this world, they are the 5 elders, the supreme authority of the world government. But if something unexpected happens, they are the dead. Desperate mortals. Chapter 136 I am the GG Bond that everyone loves, you can also call me Pigman. Ding. Modification failed. There is a serious error in the legend logic of the new character. Please host to modify again, as the system's icy notification sounded. Al frowned slightly, it seems a little puzzled why I would fail. Jijibon's body, there are indeed 7 elemental forces. That's right, what's wrong with that? Al stroked his chin. Confusion written all over his face, if the 7 elemental forces are combined. If you switch from innate to acquired secret treasures. Think of this, Al opened the character creation page again. But the final outcome is still to create a failure. What's the problem? Al was puzzled, obviously there's no problem. But the prompt fails, this is quite a headache, think of this. A bold idea popped up in Al's mind, previously, he was created from character to character. What happens if you create multiple characters in one go? Think of this, Al immediately started giving it a try. Open black lens bracket congratulations to host for getting the role of building block world material, bad. Congratulations to host for getting the role of building block world material, EE Bond. Congratulations to host for getting the material character, Layla, of the building block world. Open black lens bracket material role, EE Bond. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket modification in progress, close black lens bracket. Material character. Bud. Open black lens bracket modification in progress, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket material character, Layla. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket modification in progress, close black lens bracket. Material role. GG Bond. Open black lens bracket modification in progress, close black lens bracket. The peak battle between the evil building block builder and the bright magician, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket ignite the heroic dream of childhood GG Bond, close black lens bracket. In order to become a hero, GG Bond worked very hard since childhood. Open black lens bracket although he has become a genius in people's mouth, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket but GG Bond didn't inflate because of it, close black lens bracket open black lens bracket because he is not the only one who is known as a genius, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket in that era when geniuses bloomed, close black lens bracket open black lens bracket GG Bond talent is not the strongest, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket but the hardest genius must be GG Bond, close black lens bracket open black lens bracket it is also because of this hard work, close black lens bracket. Advertisement open black lens bracket GG Bond has successfully become a member of Super Assembly Academy, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket after becoming a member of the Super Assembly Academy, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket GG Bond relies on extraordinary knowledge and perseverance, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket favorably loved by the Dean of the Contemporary Super Assembly Academy, close black lens bracket. P.S. The Dean of the Contemporary Super Assembly Academy is GG Bond's grandfather E. Bond. Also the Great Magician of Light, just because GG Bond's grandpa was there during that time. Fighting the evil brick builder, in order not to hurt the family. So I have never dared to recognize GG Bond, It is precisely because of this preference that Jijibon's heart continues to expand. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It's just that the dean at the time was busy thinking about how to relocate the building block island. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. That's why I didn't realize that Jijibon has run counter to my childhood dream of being a hero. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Of course, I didn't know that Jijibon was at that time. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket has gradually become the school bully in people's mouth. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Because of this, Jijibon's character is getting more and more irritable. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket often get angry because of little things. Close black lens bracket. Similarly, it is precisely because of this arrogant character. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket cause people gradually start to alienate Jijibon. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket until the dean of the contemporary Super Assembly Academy disappeared mysteriously. Close black lens bracket. The dean of the second generation Super Assembly Academy directly dismissed Jijibon. Open black lens bracket. Although I was expelled from the academy. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. However, the habits developed over the years are naturally impossible to change in a short period of time. Close black lens bracket. And this also led to the fact that Jijibon, who left the Super Assembly Academy, will also be isolated by people in society. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Even upgraded to hate. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Jijibon, isolated by the world, will be behind for a long time. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Still failed to change my temper and habits. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Even if you joined the evil building block builder organization because of your brain. Close black lens bracket. It will also be because of my own personality. Open black lens bracket. Isolated and squeezed out by those evil building block builders. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. In the end, it might be because Jijibon is so annoying. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Those evil building block builders of Chi directly blasted Jijibon out of the organization. Close black lens bracket. And a slogan that Jijibon and dogs are not allowed is posted on the gate of the organization. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Of course, Jijibon is not vegetarian. Close black lens bracket. Dang even reported those evil building block builders to the Super Assembly Academy. Open black lens bracket. Although the evil building block builder was finally caught by the guards sent by the Super Assembly Academy. Close black lens bracket. This is indeed a very depressing thing. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. But Jijibon was also a member of the organization before. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. So, Jijibon is equivalent to killing 1,000 enemies and self-defeating 800. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. And the arrested Jijibon is still arrogant and domineering. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After all, most of the people who came to catch him were his former little fishes. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. In front of my little brother, it is naturally impossible to give in. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It is precisely because of this thought. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. As a result, Jijibon was secretly beaten up by his younger brothers. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Even if Jijibon revealed this matter during the interrogation. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. But the interrogator is not only pretending to be stupid. Close black lens bracket. He beat Jijibon again when no one was around. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. And inside and outside are insinuating that Jijibon is a traitor who cannot be supported by mud. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It was also at this moment that Jijibon was woken up by scolding. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. At the same time, I also think of my childhood dream of being a hero. Close black lens bracket. Advertisement. Open black lens bracket. In order to change the past and become a real hero. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Jijibon voluntarily applied to serve his sentence in the most dangerous area. Close black lens bracket. However, this application of Jijibon was not approved by everyone in the Super Assembly Academy. Close black lens bracket. 0. Seeking flowers. After all, Jijibon's previous influence on people is really too bad. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Plus Jijibon is now a member of the evil brick builders. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. No one knows what the purpose of Jijibon's sudden change of temperament is. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. So, until the purpose of Jijibon is investigated clearly, no one dares to let him leave the supervision of everyone. Close black lens bracket. But no matter how everyone questions, Jijibon still only has 1 or 2 sentences. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. I know I was wrong. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. I want to be a hero. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. I beg you to exile me to the most dangerous area. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. I will definitely change my past. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. For these rhetoric of Jijibon, everyone is naturally unwilling to believe it. Close black lens bracket. After a long discussion with everyone in the Super Assembly Academy, finally, everyone's decision has reached a consensus. close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. That is the execution of GG Bond. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After all, dead people don't make big noises, close black lens bracket. 0. GG Bond's temperament changed drastically after he learned that he was about to be executed, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. And the spiritual weapon on his body is at this time, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket instantly turned into a dark black like ink. Close black lens bracket. The strength of GG Bond after blackening has skyrocketed. Open black lens bracket while forcibly breaking through the cage. Close black lens bracket. It even set off a bloody war in the Super Assembly Academy. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Although GG Bond did gain the upper hand in the early stage, close black lens bracket. But 2 fists are no match for 4 hands. Open black lens bracket. After 3 days and 3 nights of fighting against the powerhouses, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. The exhausted GG Bond is in a desperate situation, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. But just when GG Bond was about to be killed by the Dean, close black lens bracket. The power of darkness in the bloodline accidentally activated by GG Bond. Open black lens bracket. And with the power of darkness, traveled to the dark world, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. In the dark world, GG Bond met his father, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. And learned all the truth from his father, close black lens bracket. P.S. GG Bond's ancestor is the Lord of Darkness, and GG Bond's father Bud. But perfectly inherited all the abilities of the ancestor, the Lord of Darkness. But GG Bond's grandpa EE Bond is a different kind. In addition, GG Bond's mother Layla also has the ability of light attribute. It is also the guardian of the building block world. Open black lens bracket. After learning all the truth, GG Bond finds it difficult to accept his identity, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. But his father didn't care about it at all, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. At this moment, he only thinks about how to destroy the building block bird, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Thus resurrecting my wife, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Especially after seeing that the power of darkness in GG Bond's body is stronger than his own, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. GG Bond's father can hardly suppress the excitement in his heart, close black lens bracket. But facing his father's invitation, GG Bond, who still survived UC's rationality, chose to refuse. Open black lens bracket. And use the power of darkness with his father Bard, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. A month-long battle to the death in the dark world, close black lens bracket. Up. Chapter 137. GG Bond vs 5 Elders. The world is boiling. How can GG Bond, who can resist the power of darkness, be an opponent of the Son of Darkness? Open black lens bracket. Even if GG Bond is completely dominated by the power of darkness in the end, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. But at that time, GG Bond was already a powerful crossbow, and it was impossible to be his father's opponent, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After losing to his father did not kill GG Bond, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Instead, he was thrown into the forbidden area of the dark world, close black lens bracket. Trying to completely assimilate GG Bond with the power of darkness. Open black lens bracket. GG Bond, who was dying, quickly healed all the injuries on his body under the power of darkness, close black lens bracket. Although the injury is healed, GG Bond's mind has also been eroded very seriously, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. If it wasn't for the previous experience, GG Bond might have been eroded by the power of darkness long ago, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Enduring the pain of being eroded by the power of darkness, close black lens bracket. GG Bond accidentally obtained an ancient artifact in the forbidden area, the Sword of Hope, close black lens bracket. Under the suppression of the Sword of Hope, the power of darkness in GG Bond gradually subsided a little. Open black lens bracket. In order to completely suppress the power of darkness in the body, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. GG Bond has experienced all kinds of hardships under the guidance of the Sword of Hope, close black lens bracket. Finally obtained the artifact that can completely suppress the power of darkness, the 5 Spirit Lock, close black lens bracket. At the same time, with the tempering of GG Bond along the way, GG Bond's 683 strength has also undergone earth-shaking changes, close black lens bracket. While the strength becomes stronger, GG Bond also activates the power of the 5 elements hidden in the body, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Therefore, after obtaining the 5 Spirit Locks, GG Bond can perfectly use the 5 Spirit Locks, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. However, because of the 5 Spirit Lock, the power of darkness in GG Bond can no longer be used, close black lens bracket. Because of this, GG Bond can only use the power of the 5 Spirit Locks when escaping from the forbidden area, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After experiencing hardships along the way, GG Bond successfully escaped from the forbidden area, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket and merged into the 5 Spirit King, and his father fought in the dark world for 3 days and 3 nights, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket GG Bond, who successfully defeated his father, did not kill him, but persuaded him patiently, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. But at this moment, GG Bond's ancestor, the Lord of Darkness, appeared, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket facing the mighty Lord of Darkness. Close black lens bracket. Bad and GG Bond, who were seriously injured early on, are naturally no match for the Dark Lord. Open black lens bracket. Almost less than a stick of incense. Close black lens bracket. GG Bond and Bard became the targets of the Dark Lord's willful ravages, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. At the time of life and death crisis. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Bad used his last bit of strength to tear open the space-time rift and send GG Bond out, close black lens bracket. And when leaving the Dark World, the Sword of Hope in GG Bond's hand burst out with great power, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket brought GG Bond to his mother Layla, close black lens bracket. At this time, Layla is not in the building block island, but in Ling in the forbidden area of the mainland, close black lens bracket. At that time, Ling had not yet formed a powerful force, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. So GG Bond didn't meet Zhang and others, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Instead, I met the king in the depths of the forest, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After learning that my mother is the saint who went from Ling to Jimu Island, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. GG Bond implores the king of that forest to save his mother, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. And the king of that forest expressed helplessness to GG Bond's request, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket and tell GG Bond that the only person who can save Layla is himself, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Although I don't know what the king of the forest means, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. But when GG Bond wanted to ask again, he found that the king of the forest had disappeared, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After recovering, GG Bond immediately remembered the Sword of Hope, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After all, it was the Sword of Hope that brought him here, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After many attempts, GG Bond successfully awakened the Sword of Hope and obtained the Armor of Hope, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Under the guidance of the Armor of Hope, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. GG Bond got the other 4 sets of armor, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket and summoned the God of Happiness, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Of course, while looking for the other 4 divine swords, close black lens bracket. The Lord of Darkness will also release dark monsters from time to time to interfere with GG Bond. Advertisement. Open black lens bracket. Because of this, GG Bond's inner sense of justice is getting stronger, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. During the hardships along the way, GG Bond not only got the other 4 sets of armor, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. At the same time, I also got to know a strange doctor who was exiled by the building block island, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. The reason why I was exiled, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Mainly because this strange doctor has developed a magical lollipop, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. But after the residents of the building block island eat this lollipop, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Either vomiting or diarrhea, or becoming a fool, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. But GG Bond ate the super lollipop before he finished listening to Doctor Strange, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After eating super lollipops, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. GG Bond suddenly found that his body has undergone earth-shaking changes, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Not only can it be turned into any object, close black lens bracket, and also learned a move called 18 Dragon Subduing Palms. P.S. After eating super lollipops, you can't become a living thing. Open black lens bracket. Doctor Strange was overjoyed after seeing GG Bond eat the super lollipop and get the special ability, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Crying with joy, Dr. Wei gave GG Bond a treasure map, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Following the treasure map, GG Bond got the magic wisdom ball, close black lens bracket. At the same time, I also got the artifact Zuzu Kaishin sword. It's just that after getting the Zuzu opening heaven sword, the real power of the GG Bond tenfold cannot be activated, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Of course, while obtaining these artifacts, close black lens bracket, GG Bond has not forgotten his original profession, building block builder, close black lens bracket. Plus a large number of books obtained when parting from Doctor Strange. GG Bond uses the knowledge in the book and the previous excellent strength, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Using building blocks to create several powerful building block dragons, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. But just when GG Bond got the item to save Mother Layla and was about to go back, close black lens bracket, but encountered the interception of the King of Darkness, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. The Lord of Darkness controlled Bard and opened the space-time rift, close black lens bracket. Facing the Lord of Darkness, GG Bond has successfully used the power of the 5 spirits, the Happy God of War, the Saint Yanlong, etc. Open black lens bracket, but without exception, they were all defeated by the King of Darkness, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket during the crisis. GG Bond rubs the magic wisdom ball with your hands, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, bring the Lord of Darkness back to the Dark World, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket and severely wounded the Dark Lord with Zuzucation sword, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. At this moment, GG Bond fell into a coma due to excessive energy consumption, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. The King of Darkness seized the right time and wanted to completely wipe out GG Bond, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, but what the Dark Lord didn't expect was because of GG Bond's coma, close black lens bracket. The power of darkness without the suppression of the artifact suddenly burst out. The power of darkness accumulated in GG Bond for a long time. Open black lens bracket. It eroded GG Bond's sanity at the moment of the explosion, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket and manipulated GG Bond's body, close black lens bracket. The strength of GG Bond controlled by the power of darkness has greatly increased. Open black lens bracket. Even the Zuzucation sword is under the influence of the power of darkness, unlocking part of the power, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket and Wulinsuo also fused with GG Bond autonomously under the power of darkness, becoming the Dark 5 Spirits King, close black lens bracket. Facing the Dark 5 Spirit King holding the Zuzucation sword, the Dark King was defeated after only struggling for a moment. After defeating the Dark Lord, the Dark 5 Spirit King did not stop attacking. It didn't stop until the Dark World was beaten to collapse, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Just when the Dark World was collapsing, Bud, who was imprisoned by the King of Darkness, escaped, close black lens bracket. And exhausted the last bit of strength to take GG Bond out of the Dark World, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After leaving the Dark World, GG Bond successfully rescued his mother Layla, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After rescuing their mother, the three of them set foot on the way home together, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It's just that when they arrived at the Building Block Island, they found that the residents of the Building Block Island had moved to the mainland, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. The three people who came to the mainland happened to meet the strong men from the mainland besieging the residents of the Building Block Island, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. GG Bond saw this, and immediately took action to defeat the strong in the mainland, close black lens bracket. Advertisement. It is precisely because of this reason that GG Bond has once again won the trust of the residents of the Building Block Island, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After that, GG Bond fulfilled his dream, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket became a hero in the eyes of the residents of the Building Block Island, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. And the Building Block Island is also because of the existence of GG Bond, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Make those mainland strong dare not step into the Building Block Island half a step, close black lens bracket. Since the legend of the hero GG Bond has been passed down for centuries. Analyzing the material world. Logical fit, rapport fit. Material world fusion in progress. The fusion is complete, and it is detected that the host still has. Directly ignore the prompts of the system. Al took a deep breath. Then open the contact page. Let GG Bond take the Building Block Island to the Bikini Bot battlefield. Only, to Al's surprise, the Building Block Island happened to be above the Bikini Castle battlefield at this moment. After learning of this news, Al shrugged, then subconsciously opened the system store. And the acquisition of mysterious points. The mysterious legend of the cat and mouse world has been recognized by the people in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained, close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Beechburg has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 will be obtained. The mysterious legend of Goshong Ridge has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained, close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Qingqing Grassland has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. 3.1 The mysterious legend of Doraemon has been recognized by the people in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained, close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Tumbling Garden has been recognized by the people of this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained, close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Crayon Little New World has been recognized by the people in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Current mysterious points asterisk. Close black lens bracket. More than 12 million mysterious points? Looking at the mystical points breaking tens of millions. Al didn't even think about it, take it all to buy world materials. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for getting close black lens bracket at the same time. In the skies of Bikini Bottom battlefield, a giant island slowly appeared before everyone's eyes. Looking at the giant island overhead, 5 elders frowned slightly. However, don't wait for any reaction from them. A red lightning suddenly flashed across the air and rushed straight to their position immediately afterwards. A slightly magical laugh suddenly sounded. I'm the one everyone loves. Flowers bloom. Pigman who is sad when seeing monsters. Certainly, you can call me another name too. GG Bond. Chapter 138 Chaos. The Demon King Big Mom enters the arena. Tekken Tiger has a small test. I'm the one everyone loves. Flowers bloom. Pigman who is sad when seeing monsters. Certainly, you can call me another name too. GG Bond. At the same time as the devilish laughter sounded. Everyone present couldn't help frowning. What is that? Seems to be a pig? Pig? Could it be the monster from Beechburg again? No. Look at the sky. What is that? What a big island. When did it appear? Looking at the giant island that suddenly appeared in the field of vision above the clouds. Five Elders' expression changed drastically. A strong ominous breath rose in my heart. Are the group of monsters in Beechburg planning to launch a general attack? I don't know, but the current situation is very bad for us. If those guys launch a general attack, how do we stop them for 10 minutes? It seems that we can only go all out. Five Elders looked at each other. A flash of determination flashed in the emotionless eyes. Since Lord I Am was about to use that world-destroying weapon, they have put life and death behind them. As for whether you can hold on for 10 minutes, then you can only resign yourself to fate, just as the Five Elders were rushing to the battlefield of Beechburg. The battle between Saint Figaland and the Demon King Bigmom. It has also entered the white hot stage, facing the B06 Igmom possessed by the devil. Saint Figaland has no ability to resist, to know. Even the Bigmom that is not possessed by the devil. His body is like steel, for ordinary slashing, like a tickle. No harm at all, not to mention being bent over by the devil now. Not only has the physical strength been increased several times, its power has been magnified dozens of times. The only flaw is that can no longer use Devil Fruit's power, facing this monster-like existence comparable to Bikini Castle. With only one Figaland street in less than 3 minutes. Lying in a pool of blood with serious injuries, if it wasn't for the interference from members of the World Government Alliance. I'm afraid Saint Figaland has become a corpse at this moment. However, even at this point, Saint Figaland still refuses to leave the battlefield. Just because he didn't want to run away in such embarrassment. Even at the cost of life, he also wants to defend the last reputation. This approach, in the eyes of the Knights of God, it is extraordinarily glorious and great. But in the eyes of others, looks like an idiot, to know. This is the battlefield. It is a cruel battlefield. Not the place to be a hero, if not for the fact that the current situation is very dangerous. Which other members of the World Government Alliance? Probably not even taking a look at Saint Figaland. There are even some guys who have enemies with him. I still hope that Saint Figaland will die soon. We must evacuate this area. At least until the supreme power of the world government arrives. We must never engage in direct conflict with those monsters again. Advertisement after Jin blocked the attack of the Demon King Bigmom. Quickly came to Saint Figaland's side to persuade him. Facing Jin's persuasion, Saint Figaland didn't appreciate it at all. On the contrary, he retorted with righteous words. Go away, you dirty pariahs, how can you know the responsibility we bear? Laozi is a descendant of God. How is it possible to succumb to these monsters? If you be do you want to leave, then get out early. Inexplicably reprimanded by Saint Figaland, Jin definitely can't get used to him. After all, he is not a dog of the world government. Now there's no downfall, it is already the greatest tolerance to the world government. And, if not for the current situation, very bad for them. It is impossible for Jin to say such a thing, but now his kindness. But it was regarded as an unreasonable behavior by Saint Figaland? Jin, who was already dissatisfied with Saint Figaland, immediately rebuked. Hole, do you know what's going on right now? You know your stupid behavior, will it cause us much trouble? You idiot. Seeing that Jin and Saint Figaland are about to fight. Rayleigh and Yishao, who were desperately blocking the Demon King Bigmom, couldn't help frowning. Hey, what the hell are you two guys doing? This is a battlefield. Battlefield. If you two guys want to die here, then die quickly, don't block our eyes here. As soon as this remark came out, immediately aroused the sympathy of everyone present. They condemned in unison. This is a battlefield, not a place for the two of you to play house. What two idiots? Laozi doesn't want to die here with you idiots. Now is the time to fight the enemy together, not to pit you two bastards against each other. In the face of public condemnation, Saint Figaland and Jin looked at each other. A nameless anger rose in my heart, but now in this situation. No matter how strong the anger in my heart is, it is impossible to explode. Because once it explodes, at that time, the two of them will definitely become sinners through the ages. I can bear the calm for a while, take a step back and think about it more and more. Just when Jin was about to take some interest from Saint Figaland. Saint Figaland suddenly seemed to see some kind of indescribable monster, and his pupils shrank suddenly. Looking at the huge island that suddenly appeared above the clouds in disbelief. Then, what the hell is that? Accompanied by the voice of Saint Figaland. The Demon King Bigmom, who reacted first, could not help showing a bloody expression. What a strong soul power, what a powerful body. If I can eat that guy, I can definitely defeat that stinky old man and that stinky kid. As long as I swallow the souls and bodies of the three of them, I will be the master of this world. At that time, even that blue civet cat will not be able to stop my steps. It seems that I heard the Demon King talking to himself. All the powerhouses present could not help but gasp. But soon, everyone felt that the Demon King must be wishful thinking. After all, the 4 emperors who had taken the poison back then went into battle together. Neither can defeat those monsters in Bikini Bottom. Not to mention the current battlefield, not just one Bikini Bottom monster. But on second thought, the devil has this idea, isn't it a good thing for them? To know, an enemy of an enemy is a friend, advertisement. Although the devil might not like them, and they won't help the devil. But, who wouldn't watch the fire from the other side? When necessary, it can also add fuel to the fire appropriately. As long as the devil can fight those monsters in Beechburg. The biggest winners are them, it's just that when the idea first came to mind. It was rejected by most people, after all, it's not like they didn't think about it before. But the idiot Demon King was just stared at by the mysterious old man. He just hides like a grandson, Perusalino, Sakazuki, Kuzan. Evacuate this area first. We will take action after those 2 guys have lost each other. Summing up, Sengoku and Kong immediately issued the retreat order. Wen Yan, Kizaru no longer loves fighting, hastily transform the body into light particles and withdraw from the battlefield. Akainu and Aokiji looked at each other after launching 2 attacks towards GG Bond, who was falling rapidly in the air. Also quickly evacuated from the battlefield. As for Sengoku and Garp, Zephyr, Kong. And with Rayleigh, with a smile, worked together to blast the Demon Dynasty away from the direction of GG Bond. And then evacuated from this dangerous area without looking back. While the rest of the strong saw this, they also chose to withdraw from the battlefield. Or hide in Bree's mirrored space for shelter, looking at the 850 people who were quickly leaving the battlefield. The Demon King who was blasted out quickly adjusted his figure. Go straight to the crowd to kill, although the devil really wants to do something to GG Bond. I even wish I could swallow it in one gulp, but he's no fool either. As the saying goes, eat a line and grow a wisdom. With the previous experience of the strange old man, the Demon King has grown a bit afraid of the monster from Bikini Castle, that people say. Before knowing the strength of those monsters, he doesn't want to confront those monsters head-on. And the best solution, it is to eat up all the human beings present. Only in this way can we have the strength to face those monster-like existences. Looking at the swooping Demon King, the faces of Kong and Sengoku suddenly darkened. In my heart, I cursed the Demon King as an idiot. Earlier, he uttered wild words to wipe out those guys. Turns out it wasn't more than a minute, I can only keep my eyes on them. Damn it. Kong snorted coldly, the tone gradually became serious. Now the combat power has completely become a mess. I can't deal with that guy like before, Wen Yan. Sengoku observed the dispersion of the surrounding crowd. Then he glanced at the Demon King who was getting closer and closer to them. A trace of cold sweat broke out on his forehead, transform. Watching the 5 elders charging towards them, Commander Kong, it seems that we can only immediately stop and prepare to have a fight with the devil. With a slightly hasty tone, he said, before Sengoku finished speaking. Sengoku and Kong's complexion gradually improved. The power of the 5 spirits, Iron Fist Tiger. Everyone hears the reputation. Garp suddenly seemed to have discovered something. Immediately afterwards, at this time, it looks like our reinforcements have arrived. Everyone vaguely heard a low-pitched roar suddenly sounded from above. Everyone looked at each other, Wen Yan, with a smile on his lips. Chapter 139. GG Bond. Have you ever heard that Iron Tiger breaks his fist again? The power of the 5 spirits, transform, Iron Fist Tiger. With the voice of GG Bond, a dazzling golden beam of light descends from top to bottom. Connect the land and the sky together, immediately afterwards. The earth-shattering roar of the tiger came one after another. Straight to the souls of the people present, when the roar of the tiger sounded. 5 elders couldn't help trembling. Immediately, the fierce tiger formed by Might Jia's boxing style appeared in his mind. Without the slightest hesitation, the 5 elders immediately ordered the area to be evacuated. Must not be hit by GG Bond's fistwind, but just as 5 elders finished speaking, the dazzling golden beam of light disappeared instantly. Immediately afterwards, a tiger-shaped creature clad in golden armor suddenly appeared in the sight of everyone, without waiting for everyone present to react. GG Bond's Iron Fist Tiger clenches his fists tightly. Come straight for the 5 elders like a meteorite. Maybe it's because after GG Bond transformed into Tekken Tiger, it didn't bring the devil the terrifying coercion that looked down upon Grandpa Niu. The Demon King, who was a bit timid, regained his confidence in an instant. I will eat this piece of fat. The Demon King, bursting with self-confidence, suddenly stepped in the void. Next second, the Demon King's majestic body like an iron tower slammed into the air. Just for a moment, then he appeared in front of GG Bond across a distance of several meters. Immediately afterwards, the iron fist as big as the devil's sandpot brought a fierce and whistling airflow. Take the hammer to GG Bond. In an instant, the air surges like a tide, as if stirred by the fierce punch of the Demon King. There is no doubt that if GG Bond is hit by the devil's punch, it is bound to end up in pieces. However, GG Bond, who was in the process of falling at a high speed, did not back down at all. Instead, raised a fist the size of a casserole, head on. Clang. 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 Sparks fly. Loud noise. 2 tall figures like fierce beasts collided fiercely with each other. As the battle continues to heat up, the battle between GG Bond and the Demon King. Also from the latest fist to flesh, gradually evolved into a chase. Certainly, the one being chased is naturally the Demon King. Because after fighting with GG Bond for dozens of rounds, the Demon King suddenly discovered that the momentum of GG Bond is constantly rising. No intention of stopping at all, and it can be done like this. There are only two possibilities. One is because the strength has not fully recovered. So keep climbing to the top in battle, while another. It is the devil who is most worried, it is also the one that scares him the most. That's the guy in front of me, pretending to be a pig and eating a tiger. It seems that in order to confirm the speculation in the heart of the devil, there is a playful smile on the corner of GG Bond's mouth. Next second, the terrifying coercion comparable to Grandpa Neo hit the devil's heart like thousands of sharp thorns. And what scares the Demon King the most is, after GG Bond burst out this momentum, the breath of the whole body is still rising continuously. Advertisement no intention of stopping at all, see this situation. The Demon King no longer dared to conceive the idea of swallowing GG Bond alive. Even if there is, that's not now either, the Devil King with ideas immediately turned into a streamer across the sky. And GG Bond doesn't want to let this guy go, because he from the body of the devil. He felt something that displeased him the most, the power of darkness. Looking at the two streamers of light flashing across the sky, a group of experts including 5 elders couldn't help being stunned. It seems that some people don't understand what is going on now. Cut, it's a good thing we didn't put our hopes on that guy backquote. Otherwise, it must be a face of displeasure now. Garp said what was in his heart without any concealment. However, no one refuted his point of view. On the contrary, I totally agree. In contrast to 5 elders, when seeing everyone nodding in unison to express their approval. They're at a loss, but 5 elders didn't delve into that much. Their first task is to hold down the monsters in Bikini Bottom for 10 minutes. Now that there is a big grudge helping them to drag it. Then they don't bother to care about what happened in the middle. Now the 5 elders are most worried about, will the rest of the Bikini Bottom monsters make their way? Will they all be wiped out without hesitation? As the 5 elders pondered. Kong seems to have noticed something, strayed to the 5 elders. And tentatively asked, 5 elders, what do we do next? It's to gather people to launch a general attack on those guys again. Or retreat temporarily? After all, before Kong could finish speaking. 5 elders glared at Kong one after another, with a very indifferent tone, he reprimanded. When does the world government have any plans to report to you? Don't forget who you are. Kong, who was inexplicably reprimanded by the 5 elders, even found out that something was wrong. The first is from 5 elders' facial expressions. If the old 5 elders were serious, now the 5 elders. It's like a machine in human skin, no emotion at all. And then there's the dark eyes of the 5 elders. And the 5 elders' voice. Such doubts, everyone is telling Kong a very dangerous thing. Next, the world government will definitely make a big move. Even the 5 elders are just cannon fodder, although there is no evidence. But as commander-in-chief, its status is at the top besides celestial dragons. Kong on those CP cipher pull dead men, I've seen so much. That's why Kong, after meeting the 5 elders, immediately noticed why something is wrong. But 5 elders is reluctant to say, Kong naturally has no right to ask. But that doesn't mean Kong will choose to sit still. After saying goodbye to the 5 elders, Kong immediately passed the news to Sengoku. And let him take Garp and others to leave this battlefield quickly. Although I don't know what Kong means, but after seeing Kong's anxious look and tone, Sengoku didn't ask too much. With Garp and others, they quickly fled the battlefield. See, advertisement the 5 elders did not stop. He even let Kong leave the battlefield without hesitation. 5 elders. What the hell happened? Why? Before Kong could finish speaking, 5 elders said with a very tough attitude. This world still needs you to protect it, remember, no matter what happens. Protect the celestial dragons of the Holy Land for the first time. Quickly get out of this battlefield, backquote, while that thing is still there. In the end, the 5 elders fell silent suddenly. His face gradually became serious and serious, see. Kong didn't dare to ask any more questions, because he knows. Next thing, it is definitely not something people at his level can know. Probably, it is related to that adult, after driving Kong away. 5 elders looked at each other, without the slightest hesitation. Immediately used the power of devil fruit, turn into 5 fierce monsters and go straight to the air to kill Grandpa Neo and others. Best defense, nothing beats attacking, coupled with the feeling of being frightened for a long time. It's really uncomfortable, that feeling is more tormented than death. It seems that they sensed that the 5 elders were going to attack Grandpa Neo and others. GG Bond immediately gave up and continued to chase the devil. Head straight for the 5 elders in charge, looking at GG Bond who suddenly changed direction. 5 elders frowned slightly, while hastily adjusting their figures, they looked at each other. Although there is no verbal communication, but the 5 of them locked the attack target on GG Bond very tacitly. Fierce, tiger, heavy, break, punch, GG Bond spoke word by word. The iron fist covered with metal suddenly exudes a dazzling luster. Look again, the original golden iron fist was infected by GG Bond, of Zhao. Gradually transform into red gold. Next, the surrounding air made a series of rapid crackling sounds. Next moment, Jijibon's arms puffed up like a heavy machine restarting. The moment the voice landed, Topman Wobalison, who was targeted by Jijibon, clenched his fists. So hard that even the nails are embedded in the flesh. Next second, Topman Wochuli burst out, leaves a huge depression in the ground. While setting off a howling wind, the burly body of a Tyrannosaurus. Jump up from the ground like a rocket, Jijibon, who swooped down from midair, sneered. A body as tall as an iron tower smashes through the air. Make a series of explosions, however, when Jijibon was less than 10 meters away from Topman Wochuli-san. A sword chant, as Shinigami raves, it suddenly rang in Jijibon's ears. Out of instinct, Jijibon subconsciously adjusted his body position. Immediately afterwards, a pair of futon-sized palms grasped the sharp sword chi like crab claws. Almost at the same time, Topman Volleyball with a chilling fist style. Solid bombardment on Jijibon's face. Chapter 140 Gigagrams Bond. Armor of Hope, transform. The strong wind is blowing sand and stones, right at the fist of Topman Volleyball Street. The moment I was about to hit Jijibon's front door. Jijibon roared in his heart, the power of the 5 spirits. Transform. Stone-armored bear, almost at the same time as the voice sounded. A berserk giant bear suddenly appeared in everyone's sight. After converting from Tekken Tiger to Stone-armored bear, Jijibon is very proficient in using the power of the earth element, condensing the sand carried by the wind into a shield in front of the door. As the casserole-sized fists of Topman Wobali-san come crashing down, the stone shield in front of Jijibon only persisted for a few seconds. Then it shattered like a spider web. Boom, the casserole-sized fist hit Jijibon's head firmly. In an instant, the surrounding air is like rushing water. Washed down Jijibon's cheeks. See this situation, the other 4-5 elders looked at each other. Without any verbal exchange, but they continued the attack in a tacit understanding with each other. Boom. 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 Bursts of palpitating bombardment sounded continuously. In just a few breaths of effort, 5 elders and others threw hundreds of punches each. When the force is released, the 5 elders did not stop for a moment. Evacuate a distance of hundreds of meters very simply. As the commotion caused by the landing of the 5 elders gradually subsided, the whole world fell into deathly silence in an instant. Everyone held their breath, while the heart beats faster. The blood in the whole body rushes straight to the forehead like a countercurrent. In the hearts of the world, this is the first time they've seen the 5 elders take down opponents with overwhelming force. Finished? Is this the true strength of the highest power in the world government, the 5 elders? In the face of such a terrible attack as the 5 elders. That bikini bot monster sure. Just when the world first proposed this reverie. Bursts of exclamation, it hits the soul and heart of the world like a nightmare. Are you kidding me? Facing such a ferocious attack by the 5 elders. Why is that monster not injured at all? How strong is that monster? If even the supreme authority of the world government cannot defeat that monster, then who else can save the highest world? With waves of discussion sweeping across the world. On the battlefield of Beechburg, looking at the unscathed Jijibon. 5 elders didn't have the slightest wave on his face. On the contrary, the killing intent in his eyes became even stronger. After all, it's not the first time they've dealt with the monsters of Bikini Bottom. If someone who can be defeated with just such a powerful attack, that doesn't deserve to be called a monster, although 5 elders did not show any emotional fluctuations on his face. But deep down in their hearts, there were quite a few ripples. To know, this is the most tacit cooperation between them for hundreds of years. It is also a combo that they put all their energy into. Although the 5 elders are well aware of such an attack, it is simply impossible to beat Jijibon, but it's not enough to scratch the skin. Damn it, why is that guy's defense so strong? Ghost knows. But we want to hold off this group of monsters for 10 minutes. It doesn't seem to be going well, do your best. Even if it is death, it must be delayed. Advertisement. AGBD, in the end, the breath of 5 elders soared instantly. It seems that they intend to put all their eggs in one basket and fight Jijibon to the death. As the smoke clears, Jijibon's stone armor bear fell from midair like a hill. Boom like a small earthquake spreading around Jijibon. Roar, the furious roar of the bear resounded through the sky. Straight to the heart and soul of the world, looking at the giant bear several meters high. 5 elders couldn't help but frown, because they found. The giant bear in front of me is full body, like a monster made of rocks condensed. Although there is a chilling and terrifying coercion faintly around the body. But I can't feel the breath of a living creature at all. Puppet. These 2 big words can't help but come to 5 elders' minds. No living breath, but with a palpitating coercion. This is not the first time they have seen such a monster. Once against 6 Paths Tom, the puppet clone Tom summoned from 6 Paths looks like this. See this situation, 5 elders looked at each other. Although there is no sound, but it is not difficult to tell from the shape of their mouths that they are discussing countermeasures. There is no breath of life, it should be a puppet. Damn it, where is that guy's body? I can't detect that guy's breath at all. Now is not the time to dwell on these things, as long as the group of monsters can be held back. This is our victory. Talking about the end, 5 elders looked at each other. Nodded, the attitude towards the stone-armored bear has become more and more serious. It seems to be aware of the strong killing intent of the five elders. GG Bond once again let out a heart-pounding roar, immediately afterwards. Control the huge body and go straight to the five elders. But this time GG Bond learned the lesson from last time. Not going to fight the five elders naked, although the defense and strength of the stone-armored bear are the strongest. But it's too bulky to move, like playing a game. The stone-armored bear is equivalent to a full-level Laotian output tank. There is meat and there is harm, and five elders is only level 1. But it has a crispy skin with multiple displacements. Even if stone-armored bear has the strength to kill five elders in seconds. But if you can't touch it, it's no use. However, five elders can constantly consume stone-armored bears with their own flexibility. Although there was no real harm, but it's extremely insulting. GG Bond doesn't want to stand there like a log and be beaten by the crowd. Therefore, while GG Bond rushed away, the 5 spirit locks are also switched between Iron Fist Tiger, Stone-Armored Bear, Shenmue Ape, Frozen Deer, and Flame Crane. The power of the Earth Spirit, the Wild Bear is furious. While the voice sounded, centered on 5 elders. Countless sharp stone pillars suddenly rose from the ground within a radius of 100 meters. While knocking the 5 elders into the air, the Stone-Armored Bear quickly transformed into a Shenmue Ape with a shout of anger. The power of wood spirits, tree and vine twine. Words fall, countless vines soared to the sky, locked the 5 elders in midair. Advertisement immediately afterwards, GG Bond in Shenmue Ape form raised his hand and grabbed a vine. And under the inertia of the force, swing into the air. Next second, not giving the 5 elders a chance to breathe. GG Bond flying into midair changes form again, transformed from Shenmue Ape to Frozen Deer form. And let out a palpitating deer cry, the power of water spirit. Cold Deer Ice Spike, with a low growl, the antlers at both ends of the Frozen Deer quickly condensed 2 creepy ice rays. While bursting out, condensed in the center of the antlers into a column of icicles filled with chills and charged towards the 5 elders. Icicles as cold as an ice cave, the moment I touched the skin of 5 elders. Instantly freeze it into 5 ice sculptures, and GG Bond also fell rapidly under the action of gravity. But at the moment when GG Bond was about to hit the ground face to face, a cry of cranes suddenly sounded, as a huge fireball spewed out from the sky of the flaming crane. The flaming crane flying close to the ground whipped up gusts of wind and rushed straight into the sky. Zip, zip, zip. The scorching high temperature is only a moment's work. Grill the frozen 5 elders, as the fire intensified. The vines that imprisoned the 5 elders were also reduced to ashes in the heat. Although this temperature cannot directly kill 5 elders. But the damage done to it cannot be underestimated. Quick, retreat quickly, scatter and evacuate. The 5 elders escaped from the ice without the slightest hesitation. Immediately planned to evacuate this dangerous area. Totally unprepared for a fight, after all, from beginning to end. They haven't even reacted yet, controlled and ravaged by GG Bond. Although the current injuries to them are not fatal enough. But if it happens a few more times, sooner or later it will die in the hands of GG Bond. Just when the 5 elders made up their mind to escape. The deafening whistling sound is like the ravings of a demon god. Suddenly it sounded high in the sky, the power of the golden spirit. Iron Tiger punches hard, almost at the same time as the voice sounded. 5 elders trembled, stop quickly and take a defensive stance. However, even if their response is already very fast. But GG Bond's Iron Fist is even faster, almost as soon as the 5 elders reacted. Iron Fist Tiger transformed into GG Bond, appeared before the 5 elders like lightning. Not good, Topman Wobalison was blasted out like a cannonball. While charging towards GG Bond, the corner of the mouth can't help but outline a smile. Instantly switched from defense to attack. GG Bond took out a red sword from the void. At the same time, the voice-changing form is released. It crashed on the head of Topman Wobalison, fit. Armor of Hope. He stuffed all the evil medicine he carried with him into his mouth. Next second, with a series of ear-piercing crackling sounds. An iron fist the size of a casserole rolls up bursts of air. 5 elders exclaimed inwardly, just when 5 elders thought GG Bond was going to commit suicide. And GG Bond seems to be aware that the breath of 5 elders is gradually rising. 5 elders seem to have made up their minds, the remaining 5 elders saw this. Chapter 141. GG Bond, Happy God of War, fit together. Armor of Hope, fit, with the voice of GG Bond. A crimson beam of light suddenly soared into the sky. Immediately afterwards, the figure of GG Bond is like a mirage. Disappeared without a trace in the surprised eyes of the world. And the 5 elders also rushed to nothing. Where did that monster go? This strange question can't help but appear in the minds of the world. But before they start talking, the red beam of light appeared again. And the figure of GG Bond, with the disappearance of the red beam of light, appear in front of the world again. It's just that GG Bond at this time is no longer what it was at the beginning. Looking at the red armor on GG Bond, 5 elders couldn't help but feel an ominous premonition. What's the matter with that guy? Why is it so different from the other Bikini Bot monsters? Turned into a monster again, in armor again, what exactly is that guy's ability? Could it be that his abilities depend on these strange things? Countless questions kept popping up in the minds of 5 elders. However, GG Bond doesn't give 5 elders time to breathe. The first thing to do when summoning the Armor of Hope. It's time to upgrade, Ultimate Sword of Hope Assembly. With the voice of GG Bond, a giant scarlet magic circle rapidly expanded around GG Bond. And the Hope armor on his body also fell off, and merged with the Sword of Hope. Immediately afterwards, GG Bond holds the Sword of Ultimate Hope. It turned into a red streamer and flashed across the sky. Looking at the GG Bond rushing to kill, 5 elders aren't stupid enough to stand still and get punched. Almost at the same time when GG Bond made a move, the 5 elders quickly scattered, trying to find an opportunity to give GG Bond a fatal blow. See this situation, GG Bond after a short thought very decisively chose the nearest target. It seems that the target of GG Bond is himself. Shepherd 10 Peter Street stopped immediately while making defensive moves. Keep your eyes on Jagarcia Satan, who is not far away. After noticing the gaze of Shepherd 10 Peter Street, Jagarcia Satan San and the other 2 5 elders also stopped. At this moment, they are like fierce lions hiding in the grass. As if as long as GG Bond reveals a flaw, they will rush forward without hesitation. Cut it to pieces, and GG Bond seems to have anticipated this situation long ago. So the moment the blade was about to fall on Shepherd 10 Peter Street, decisively adjust yourself, set your sights on Jagarcia Satan. In the face of GG Bond's surprise attack, Jagarcia Satan couldn't help feeling a strong sense of crisis in his heart. It is precisely because of this brief absence, as a result, the poison instantly erodes his sanity. Next second, Jagarcia Satan, corrupted by the poison. A sudden outburst of ferocity, violence, the horrifying breath of horror, as if a top predator broke through the cage. With a sudden burst of breath, Jagarcia Satan's arms are raised like a heavy machine. The blue veins that are as ferocious as a giant python are from bottom to top. All over the body. Click, 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 amidst the ear-piercing sound of cracking bones. The skeleton of Jagarcia Satan seems to be broken and reassembled. Advertisement its body also continued to grow amidst the sound of bone cracks. Roar. Jagarcia Satan let out a monstrous roar. Futon-sized hands are like crab claws. Grasp the ultimate sword of hope that comes from slashing. See this situation, the lurking 5 elders suddenly shine. But just when they were about to start, GG Bond stared fiercely at Jagarcia Satan's body with both legs. With the force of inertia, doing a 720-degree backflip in midair. Land safely. In the next second of landing, GG Bond held out his right hand. Immediately afterwards, the sword of ultimate hope captured by Jagarcia Satan disintegrated suddenly into a mass of particles as if summoned, and recondensed in the hands of GG Bond. Looking at Jagarcia Satan, whose breath is still rising, GG Bond couldn't help but frown. He cast a strange glance at Jagarcia Satan. And the rest of the 5 elders, seems to be the breath of the 5 elders in front of me, are climbing in a weird way. GG Bond seems to be thinking about something. The attitude gradually became serious, if I'm not mistaken. You guys should be fighting with your life overdrawn. However, facing GG Bond's questioning, the 5 elders didn't pay any attention. After all, at this time, their minds have been eroded by the poison. Even if there is still a sliver of reason left, it is also impossible to answer GG Bond. CQ and A invalid. GG Bond does not intend to continue to consume like this. Instead, I want to end this battle directly, learn about the pain of the 5 elders. Got an idea. GG Bond immediately summoned 5 sets of mechs. And do mech fusion, but 5 elders seems to be aware of the energy fluctuations emanating from GG Bond. The scarlet eyes suddenly burst out with a strong killing intent. Next second, the earth-shattering sonic boom sounded suddenly. The 5 streaks of light seemed to tear the sky apart. Roll up bursts of terrible wind and charge towards GG Bond. Don't give GG Bond a chance to fit together, looking at the 5 people rushing to kill. GG Bond snorted coldly, it turned into a red streamer and soared into the sky. And the 5 mechas suspended above his head, it seems to feel the call of GG Bond. Quickly disintegrate and fuse in midair, almost at the same time when GG Bond rushed to the mecha. A giant mech tens of meters high suddenly appeared in front of the world. Immediately afterwards, the hatch of the happy god of war center slowly opened, and burst out a light blue light to envelope GG Bond in it. With a sound of steam, the hatch closes quickly. And the 5 elders also rushed to kill. Clang, clang, clang. There is no time to control the GG Bond of the god of war. Immediately suffered a merciless bombardment from the 5 elders. In an instant, sparks are radiating, and there is an endless stream of loud noises. Looking at the giant mecha that was besieged by the 5 elders in the picture. People all over the world, it's like being on a roller coaster at the moment. 0. Seeking flowers. Although the god of happiness and war appears. It really brought a lot of shock to the world, but more. Advertisement still reminded them of the Marineford battlefield. That giant robot that appeared, after all, the fear that Cybertron brought to the world at that time was too strong. So that when the god of happiness first appeared, because many people cannot bear the pressure brought by despair, passed out on the spot. But as the attacks of the 5 elders became more and more fierce, the fear that hangs over the hearts of the world, it is also dissipating little by little. 5 elders, come on. We must defeat that monster. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely can't lose. Almost at the same time, people all over the world are sending out strong cries. After all, they have seen a series of side effects of the evil medicine from the four emperors. Also know that the five elders are going to fight with their backs. If even the supreme power of the world government is defeated, then there is no hope for this world. At the same time, at the southernmost point of the Beechburg battlefield, Fat Tiger tried his best to clean up the giant mouse that Kaido flew over. But after cleaning up the giant rats, Fat Tiger was shocked to find that Doraemon is missing. Suddenly, an ominous premonition rushed straight from the bottom of my heart to my forehead. Doraemon, where did you go? The impatient Fat Tiger exploded with energy. While crushing the head of a giant mouse, turn into a streamer and soar into the sky. At the same time, within a depth of hundreds of meters underground, Doraemon hugged Tom and hid in a metal room shivering. Looking at the frightened Doraemon, Jerry holds the cheese in one hand. With one hand on the wall, Tisk Tut shaking his head. Dupai is sitting on the sofa drinking black tea, he said with a blank face. Are we missing a fat guy here? Facing Doopy's inquiry. Tom froze for a moment, immediately shaking his head violently. He said with certainty, sure, definitely not, talk off. Dupai spread his hands, but stopped talking, and Tom continued to comfort Doraemon. At the same time, in the realm of mystery, open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for getting world material X5, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Current mysterious points 1,023,453. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Legends of the Bikini Bottom world. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After purchasing the world material, Al routinely changes the current balance, and after a quick glance at the acquisition of mysterious points, then start viewing the acquired world assets, just at first glance. Al hit a nice world material. I'm laughing at the sky. Sleep after laughing. Open black lens bracket. New world is being created. Close black lens bracket. At the same time that Al was created, Beechburg battlefield. After GG Bond obtained the control of Happy God of War, his eyes gradually became fiercer. Enough is enough. Now, it's my turn. Chapter 142. King of Five Spirits, Lord of Darkness, Saint Yanlong, and God of Happy God of War debut. Enough is enough. Now, it's my turn. GG Bond's voice is not loud. Even in this cluttered environment, it's like a mosquito flying by 5 meters away. But for the five elders who are always paying attention to GG Bond, this faint voice deep within their hearts, like a thunderbolt on the ground. While exploding, it even shook the nerves and cells of their whole body severely. Withdraw. Quickly withdraw. The only sliver of reason left in my heart roared silently. Even though the body has begun to tremble instinctively. But under the influence of the poison, they can't control it at all. I can only watch GG Bond get out of their attack range. And like a fool, continue to rush to the attack range of GG Bond. It stands to reason, when GG Bonds are out of range of their attacks, they'd have to back off, and make corresponding strategies and plans against the enemy. But now, it's over, it's all over. Great sorrow and anger grow from the bottom of my heart. At the moment I don't even know what will happen next. It is even more unclear whether they can complete the task of 183, given to them by IM. Having said that, but the five elders are not without ambitions. It's just that the requirements and ambitions of five elders are not big. Even Humbled, only in the current state, was able to successfully hold GG Bond and the rest of Bikini Bottom monsters for 10 minutes. As long as you can hold on for 10 minutes, then their mission will be successfully completed. Until then, whether dead or alive, for them, it doesn't matter anymore. As for killing GG Bond and the monsters in Bikiniburg, it's not like they didn't think about it, otherwise, they wouldn't be able to take the poison. But just call in GG Bond, and when combined to become a giant robot. This radical thought, instantly in their minds, marked with a giant red cross. If the World Government Alliance Army had just been established, with the potion and the power of the four emperors, Marine, and many others, maybe you can also fight against these monsters in Bikini Bottom. But now with only 5 of them, how could it be possible to kill all the monsters in Beechburg? Most, that is to smash the robot in front of you. As for the rest of the Bikini Bottom monsters, can only give all hope. It is pinned on Lord Im's world-killing weapon, otherwise. Only the power of the poison can end this war. It's impossible for IM to use that world-destroying weapon. 5 elders knows this very well. Certainly, it is not to say that the boost given by the evil medicine is weak. Can only say, the World Government Alliance thought things were too simple at first. But this is also normal, dignified the supreme power of the world government. United the 4 emperors of the sea, and the highest combat power from naval headquarters. Plus many powerful foreign aid, such a luxurious lineup. Even looking at the whole world, it is impossible for any force to resist. Even the earliest discovered and the most complete Bikini Bottom. It is impossible to be the opponent of this torrent of steel. Advertisement. Unfortunately, the World Government Alliance is too proud. Plus they don't know much about the inside of Beechburg. This also leads to them, destined to be all destroyed on this battlefield. If I could do it all over again, 5 elders will definitely make a detailed battle plan. Use this to deal with all kinds of crises, but where does regret medicine come from in this world? with regret and the belief of accomplishing the task. 5 elders gave up resistance in the last sliver of sanity. Completely controlled by evil drugs, looking at the 5 elders whose breath is rising again. GG Bond seems to have sensed something is wrong, these guys. Are you planning to die with me? GG Bond muttered to himself. At this time, it seems that in order to fulfill GG Bond's vision, Jagarcia Seidan-san took the lead in the offensive. Charged with a very extreme offensive, it is clear that it is a one-for-one exchange with GG Bond Extreme. See, GG Bond frowned slightly, immediately manipulate the Happy God of War to adjust the body position. Dodge Jagarcia Seidan's attack. Obviously he didn't want to have this kind of battle with these desperate lunatics. But because of GG Bond's concession, it makes 5 elders subconsciously think that GG Bond is afraid of himself. After all, they don't have the consciousness of thinking now. No fear at all, as the 5 elders' attack intensifies. GG Bond seems to have had enough of hiding around. While running around, he reprimanded angrily, "Hello. You guys should probably be done with enough, if you continue to chase. I'm going to be angry, as soon as I get angry." Without waiting for GG Bond to finish speaking, the piercing sword chant splits the air. A series of deafening crackling sounds, straight past GG Bond's ear. Clang. 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 In an instant, the loud noise from the clash of gold and iron continued to roar. And GG Bond seems to be beaten, then take over the armor. With a cold snort, I think back then there was a guy who wanted to play the trick of bullying the few with me. But in the end, I severely punished him. If you admit your mistake now, I might be able to give you a decent, without waiting for GG Bond to finish the second half of the sentence. The 5 elders went on the offensive again, if it wasn't for GG Bond's flashing speed. Now it is estimated that he has been beaten into a pig head. And the actions of the 5 elders, it also completely ignited the anger of GG Bond. At this moment, he doesn't talk nonsense anymore. Randomly take a lollipop out of the void, 5 elders see. Attack again, don't give GG Bond a chance to breathe. But when 5 elders was less than 20 meters away from GG Bond. But GG Bond suddenly made a set of weird movements like radio gymnastics. Superior, awesome, awesome, sugar, with the voice of GG Bond every word falls. A bright golden light centered on GG Bond's body quickly spread around. At the same time, a terrifying coercion roared like a huge wave of hundreds of feet. Blast the incoming 5 elders away immediately afterwards. With the blessing of Super Lollipop, the avatars spread out from behind GG Bond like a Senju cannon. At the moment when the avatar appeared, several voices with the same timbre suddenly sounded. The power of the 5 spirits, advertisement, transform. 5 spirit kings, Happy God of War, fit. Holy light shines, 6 elements, the shining Saint Flame Dragon. With 3 different beams of light rising into the sky. King of 5 spirits, Happy God of War, shining Saint Yanlong. Line up behind GG Bond, immediately afterwards, without waiting for any reaction from the 5 elders. GG Bond took out the artifact from the void. And the avatar standing beside him, also take out the wisdom magic ball in the void. Looking at the 3 behemoths suspended in midair. And standing in front of the 3 giants, and 2 GG Bonds with weird weapons. The whole world exploded like boiling water. Then, what kind of monster is that? Tiger head, deer body, crane wings, bear waist, monkey tail. The other 2 mechs. Damn it, a mech is hard to defeat. Now there is another mecha. Look at the front of those 3 monsters. What are those 2 guys holding? A ball, and a sword. But why did I get from those 2 weapons, feeling an inexplicable fear? With the appearance of the King of 5 Spirits, the God of War, and the shining Saint Yanlong. I am in the World Government Alliance resident, seems to have noticed something. Raised his head involuntarily, whispered, "Have all the monsters arrived?" That's really good news, almost at the same time as Im's voice sounded. A few figures suddenly appeared high in the sky and swooped in rapidly. Vaguely, Im seems to have heard a few slightly angry growls. Who dares to bully my grandson? Little pig is also someone you can bully. Son, Dad is here. With the sound of the voice, 3 dazzling rays of light shot up into the sky. Super assemblage, Saint Flame Dragon, the power of darkness. 3.9. Lord of Darkness, transform, accompanied by 2 roars. Dark Lord, Saint Flame Dragon, also joined the side of giants such as the King of 5 Spirits. And Layla came to GG Bond with a staff in hand and asked softly, "Little pig, are you okay?" in response to Mother's questioning. The 5 GG Bonds responded with a smile on their faces. "I'm fine, talking." GG Bond is taking a step forward with a very arrogant attitude. "Now, hey, you guys, see, hell without doors." Go straight to GG Bond, pointing at 5 elders' nose, he yelled. After adjusting the physical condition, 5 elders didn't pay any attention to GG Bond's soliloquy. "It's true that there is a way to heaven, you don't go." Feeling speechless, he exclaimed, "Hey Tilda," still a familiar routine. Like a mad elephant, GG Bond shrugged helplessly. "You have to kill yourself. Send you all to the Western Paradise to snatch Tang Seng's scriptures. In that case, then I, GG Bond, will be a good person." Chapter 143, Creating a New World Legend. The sun rises in the east, only one defeat. Hey Tilda. It's true that there is a way to heaven, you don't go. Hell to no doors, you have to kill yourself. In that case, then I, GG Bond, will be a good person. Send you all to the Western Paradise to snatch Tang Seng's scriptures. Almost at the same time when GG Bond's voice landed, the King of Five Spirits took the lead in attacking. Leaping from GG Bond's head straight to the 5 elders in charge. The Dark Lord saw this, followed by, then pick a 5 elders and slam it into the ground. As the battle between GG Bond and the 5 elders gradually heats up, Kong, Sengoku and others who had left, seems to feel sorry. Returned to the battlefield again, started an earth-shattering battle with GG Bond and others. At the same time, on the green grassland battlefield, the Redhead who was about to be tormented by Crayon Shin-chan, because of the arrival of Dorag and the Revolutionary Army, got a moment's respite, on 2 battlefields, at the same time that they have entered the white-hot stage. In the realm of mystery, ding, modification failed. The logic of the New World legend has a serious error. Please host to re-edit 06, with the cold mechanical sound of the system. Al was slightly relieved, after several attempts and failures. He seems to have figured out how to perfectly create a New World legend. Subconsciously, Al casually opened the system store. And the acquisition of mysterious points, when last opened. His mysterious points are only about 1 million left. I don't know how much that kid GG Bond can bring me. With anticipation, Al first called up the acquisition panel of the mysterious points. The mysterious legend of the building block world has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 will be obtained. Close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of the cat and mouse world has been recognized by the people in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. Close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Beechburg has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 will be obtained. The mysterious legend of Goshong Ridge has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the god must score +1. Close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Qingqing Grassland has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. The mysterious legend of Doraemon has been recognized by the people of this world, and the mysterious point +1 has been obtained. Close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Tumbling Garden has been recognized by the people of this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. Close black lens bracket. The mysterious legend of Crayon Little New World has been recognized by the people in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. Close black lens bracket. Create a character, Qingqing Grassland, Lazy King has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and get mysterious points +1. Creating the character, Doraemon, Fat Tiger, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious point +1 has been obtained. Close black lens bracket. Creating the character, Mechanical Cat, Doraemon, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious point +1 has been obtained. Close black lens bracket. Creating the character, Cat and Mouse World, Tom, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious point +1 has been obtained. Close black lens bracket. Creating the character, Tipping Garden, Grandpa Niu, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious point +1 has been obtained. Close black lens bracket. Creating the character, Tipping Garden, Hu Tutu, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. Close black lens bracket. Creating a character, Crayon Shin-chan New World, Crayon Shin-chan, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 will be obtained. Close black lens bracket. Creating a character, Building Block World, GG Bond, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and you will get +1 mysterious points. Close black lens bracket. Creating a character, Building Block World, EE Bond, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and you will get +1 mysterious points. Close black lens bracket. Creating the character, Building Block World, Bad, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious points +1 have been obtained. Close black lens bracket. Creating the character, Building Block World, Layla, has been recognized by the crowd in this world, and the mysterious point +1 has been obtained. Close black lens bracket. Advertisement with the call-up of the mysterious point acquisition page. A series of words spewed out like a flood, looking at the message pop-up window that was so fast that the phantom appeared. Al stood there in a daze for a few seconds, only then did I recover from the surprise. The first step to slowing down, Al didn't even open the system store. Instead, the communication page was opened directly. And starting from Lazy Sheep, Kakuzu switched the view of everyone going to the battlefield. When I saw Crayon Shin-chan's saucy operation, Al can't help but laugh out loud. The youngest and most qualified 4 emperors Redhead Shanks. To be ravaged by Crayon Shin-chan's IQ on the ground. There is really no one left, just when Al was about to switch perspectives. Accidentally found a ship galloping towards the green grassland from the sea of clouds. But Al didn't bother to pay attention to whose ship it was. After all, no matter who comes to this world, it is impossible to defeat that bug-like monster of Crayon Shin-chan. After watching the battlefield in Qingqing Grassland, Al is about to switch the perspective to the battlefield of Beechburg. However, when I saw GG Bond leading a group of people to fight against 5 elders and the powerful in the Marine headquarters. To be honest, when Al saw the first sight, really shocked. But his big jump, it's not because the two sides fought too fiercely to scare them. It's because the scene is so dreamy. Dream 2, Al thought he was watching a movie with VR glasses at first. Tut tut, the beating is really hard. After watching the battle between GG Bond and world government for a while, Al exited the contact page immediately afterwards. Subconsciously opened the system store. Open black lens bracket current mysterious points 5,431,425. Close black lens bracket. Looking at the balance of 5.4 million, the corners of Al's mouth raised slightly. Everything seems to be as expected. After all, GG Bond and 5 elders are not so ruthless. The entire battlefield was almost destroyed by them. If you only earn 1 or 2 million mysterious points. That's not right. I bought 2 more world materials at random. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for getting the world material X2. Close black lens bracket. Al first meowed after confirming the difficulty of creating these 2 worlds. Fell into a brief moment of contemplation immediately afterwards. It seems that because I can't figure out how to create a modification, Al decisively threw it into the material converter. Congratulations to host for obtaining the character material, Tomcat. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for obtaining Crayon Shinchan New World character material, Crayon Shinchan. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for getting the Bikini Boss World character material, Boss Crab. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for obtaining the Go Ling World character material, Big Horse Monkey. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for obtaining the Qingqing Grassland character material, Master Bao Bao. Congratulations to host for obtaining the character material, Superman Strong. Taking a quick glance at the converted character material, Al was speechless without even thinking about it. Advertisement directly take these junk-like character materials. Throw it all into the material converter again, convert it into a new world material. If there were easier worlds to create modifications, Al will keep it. If not, then keep repeating the current operation. Until the world materials that are easy to modify and create are converted. Just stop what you're doing, but when doing this very boring thing, Al will also have the creation of the new world in his mind. Previous New World legends, after he tried several times. Although I have found my own shortcomings and loopholes. But Al hasn't figured out how to modify it yet, just like writing an essay. It cannot be because of the 730 problem in the middle. And after the question is deleted, just modify the middle part, right? No matter what, you have to make up and modify according to the beginning and end of the article. After all, Al is really too lazy to think about the beginning. Because, even if I rack my brains to write the beginning, Al can't guarantee 100% that it won't collapse in the future. Once it collapses, then this beginning is equivalent to rewriting it. Instead of being so troublesome, it's better to write a beginning first. Then hold on to this beginning. To change it again is to change it. Changing 2 additions is also changing. As for rewriting, dream. Looking at the worldview material that keeps popping up on the system prompt, Al just looks more and more unmotivated, just because these broken worlds are getting more and more difficult. Now the whole GG Bond has been numbed by Al, and what are those world materials that are newly spawned Yuki Snake God? Just ask, how should the pink hair dryer be modified? Dora the Explorer and her stupid monkey how to modify. How to create it again, thinking of a pink pig stepping on a puddle. Don't make trouble tilde. That is at this time, Al suddenly had a brilliant idea. Troubleshooter tilde. Showing my hand laughing and yelling loudly. Open black lens bracket world material, fruit world. Close black lens bracket even shaking his head. Try to throw these messy things out. Al subconsciously covered his body. 17 at the same time, a very naive and brainwashed voice came to mind. I shivered. Open black lens bracket, troubleshooter tilde asterisk open black lens bracket modification in progress, close black lens bracket. Don't make trouble tilde. Al couldn't help taking a breath. Chapter 144. My pineapple blowing snow is not snow, but blood. It's the blood on my sword. Open black lens bracket world material, fruit world. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket modification in progress, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket 4,500 years ago, because of Crayon Shinchan, I traveled to the future, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket causes the world of Crayon Shinchan to be severely distorted, close black lens bracket. This also leads to the birth of countless creatures that should not exist, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket there are also all kinds of bizarre and weird events, close black lens bracket. It is also because of this that a middle-aged man with the surname Turtle was born. Open black lens bracket accidentally found a business opportunity to make money, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket rely on the monster otherworld, close black lens bracket open black lens bracket the middle-aged man surname Turtle became the largest juice supplier in Crayon New World, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket it is also because of his unrestrained mining, close black lens bracket open black lens bracket as a result, the aborigines of the strange otherworld noticed something was wrong, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket in order to investigate the truth of the matter, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket the dean of the Fruit Academy is from the Fruit Academy, close black lens bracket. The 3 most outstanding students were selected to go to Wagwo Mountain to investigate the truth. Open black lens bracket on the way to investigate the truth. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket These 3 students accidentally met 3 members from the Women's Academy. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket After experiencing a series of hardships, everyone finally climbed to the top of Wagwo Mountain. Close black lens bracket. And at the top of Wagwo Mountain, I met the big villain known as the Prime Minister of the East. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket available under the absolute power of the Prime Minister of the East. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket 6 students from Fruit Academy encountered the biggest Waterloo. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket and was forced into a desperate situation by the Prime Minister of the East. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Fortunately, everyone was rescued by a trickster. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket and with the help of a walk-on. Close black lens bracket Open black lens bracket Everyone upgraded their Gubao mechs in all aspects. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket After upgrading the Gubao mecha, everyone set foot on the top of Wagwo Mountain again. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Facing the upgraded Gubao mecha. Close black lens bracket Prime Minister of the East and his subordinates joined forces to fight against 6 students from the Fruit Academy. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket After hundreds of rounds of battle, the Prime Minister of the East was defeated. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Don't wait for everyone to start feeling the joy brought by happiness. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket The appearance of a middle-aged man surnamed Gui brought unprecedented despair to everyone. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Facing the surprise attack of a middle-aged man surnamed Shangui. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket 6 unsuspecting students. Close black lens bracket Slashed to pieces by a middle-aged man surnamed Turtle. Open black lens bracket and fell from the top of Wagwo Mountain. Life and death are unknown. Close black lens bracket. A middle-aged man named Turtle with a powerful face. Open black lens bracket President of the Prime Minister of the East Fruit Academy and the head of the Women's Academy. Close black lens bracket. Temporarily put aside the grievances and hatred between each other and join forces to fight against the enemy. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket In front of the absolute strength of a middle-aged man surnamed Gui. Close black lens bracket. Even if it is the Dean of the Prime Minister of the East Fruit Academy and the Dean of the Women's Academy, the Tripartite Alliance. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket None are opponents of the middle-aged man surnamed Turtle. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket At this moment. Close black lens bracket Open black lens bracket The guy who played tricks found 6 people who were seriously injured in a ruin. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket And the girl who was scummed by one of the students before also found the 6 people who were seriously injured. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket The playboy and the girl who got slack were hostile to each other at first. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket After a series of getting along with each other. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket The relationship between the two is heating up rapidly. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket When the 6 people wake up again. Close black lens bracket Open black lens bracket The guy who played tricks and the girl who was scumbag are already together. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Just when that scumbag was about to say something. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket But he was severely beaten up by his cruel stuttering girlfriend. Close black lens bracket. Although the 6 people did not receive any serious injuries. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket But their mechs turned into a pile of scrap metal due to the sneak attack of a middle-aged man surnamed Gui. Close black lens bracket. Just when everyone was anxious about this, the bad news came again. Close black lens bracket. The Dean of Prime Minister of the East and the Dean of the Women's College joined forces. Advertisement, also beaten to disintegration by a middle-aged man surnamed Turtle. Open black lens bracket Life and death are still unknown. Close black lens bracket Everyone who heard the bad news suddenly set off a storm in their hearts. Close black lens bracket. But with their current strength, it is impossible to be the opponent of the middle-aged man surnamed Gui. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Just when everyone was disheartened, the guy who played tricks suddenly announced a big piece of good news. Close black lens bracket. After his transformation, everyone's mechs have been reborn. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket The people who got the new mech set foot on the 3rd floor of Wagwo Mountain again. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket This time, the golden fruit god of war, controlled by 8 people, successfully defeated the man surnamed Turtle. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket However, don't wait for everyone to celebrate. Close black lens bracket Because of the defeat of the man surnamed Turtle, the passage between the thick fruit world and the crayon little new world collapsed. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket With the collapse of the passage between the 2 worlds, the fruit world and crayon new world merged together. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket This also leads to the fact that everyone in the fruit world will face more powerful enemies. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket With the defeat again and again, and upgrade the mecha. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Fruit world has gradually become a giant in crayon new world, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Just when the fruit world is about to dominate the crayon new world, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Crayon Shinchan has returned to the present time and space from the future, close black lens bracket. And launched a world-shattering battle with everyone in the fruit world, close black lens bracket. Although this war ended with the victory of Crayon Shinchan, but the two sides have established a deep friendship, close black lens bracket. However, it is also because of the peerless war between the two sides, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Leading Crayon Lil New World will have a sense of xenophobia, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After all, a Crayon Shinchan has already given it a headache, close black lens bracket. Now there is another strong man in the fruit world, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. If there is a fight, it must be defeated, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. In order to weaken the power of Crayon Shinchan, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. The will of the world squeezes out everyone in the fruit world. Crayon mini new world, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. The people who came to the mainland were immediately besieged by the strong on the mainland, close black lens bracket. However, in the face of the strong in the fruit world, the strong in the mainland will soon be defeated, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. However, the environment surrounded by enemies is not the living environment that everyone in the fruit world wants, close black lens bracket. After repelling the mainland powerhouse, everyone in the fruit world went through a short discussion, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Immediately choose to leave the mainland, and choose the purpose of life to be on the seabed, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Because they think that no one will disturb their peaceful life in the underwater world, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Having an idea, everyone in the fruit world began to migrate, close black lens bracket. With the invention of the guy who plays tricks, everyone in the fruit world quickly built a city on the bottom of the sea, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Since, close black lens bracket, fruit world became the overlord of the underwater world at that time. Open black lens bracket. It is also for this reason, close black lens bracket, the legend of the undersea overlord fruit family spreads here. Analyzing the material world. Logical fit, rapport fit. Material world fusion in progress, as the system beeps. Al stretched, subconsciously checked the current balance. Open black lens bracket. Current mysterious points. 2,564,782. Close black lens bracket. Seeing that there are more than 2.5 million mysterious points now, Al just planned to enter the system store to buy world materials. But think about it, now he seems to have no shortage of world material. Because of the material converter, he can brush unlimited new world material. In addition, he still has a lot of world materials on hand. There are even so many that they cannot be modified at all. Think of this, Al glanced at the shelves in the system store from the corner of his eye. Looking at the dazzling array of goods, advertisement. Al was lost in thought, because he doesn't know what he still lacks now. After thinking for a moment, Al accidentally opened the lottery page. Looking at the lottery machine in front of me, Al couldn't help thinking that he hadn't drawn a lottery for a long time. There are enough characters on the scene now, and I'm not in a hurry to create a legend of the characters in the fruit world. In the end, Al threw in more than 2.5 million mysterious points in one go. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to the host, thank you for your patronage, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to the host, thank you for your patronage, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to the host, thank you for your patronage, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for getting the world material X1, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for getting character ability extractor X1, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for getting random character material X, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for getting a close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for getting close black lens bracket. Looking at the message prompt of the phantom in front of him, Al took a deep breath, then exited the lottery page directly. Open the system backpack directly. Those who thank you for your patronage. He didn't bother to look. Wouldn't it be nice to just open the system backpack and see what you got? Looking at the props with the word new written in the system backpack, Al made a brief calculation. These more than 2.5 million mysterious points. A total of 2 World Prime, Lee's, materials were drawn. 5 random character assets, a character ability extractor, and 2 character material converters, after counting the props that have been drawn. The corners of Al's mouth raised slightly, looks very happy. More than 2.5 million mysterious points can draw so many props. It's already very profitable, it's just a pain in the hand. After all, this broken lottery machine can only draw 10 times in a row. If you can pump your brain all at once, Al will not choose to go to the system store to buy items. It's just that the 2 character material converters drawn out. Al doesn't know what's the use, after all, he already has one. After calculating the rewards drawn, Al suddenly had a flash of inspiration. Instantly convert a world asset into a character asset with the asset converter. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for getting the pineapple blowing snow material X1, close black lens bracket. After getting the character material of Pineapple Fubuki, Al immediately started creating the Pineapple Fubuki. Character material. Pineapple blowing snow, open black lens bracket modification in progress, close black lens bracket. By when modified, Al's mind can't help but see Pineapple Fubuki's flamboyant appearance. Oh, dignity. How much is it per caddy? My pineapple blowing snow is not snow, but blood, it's the blood on my sword. Chapter 145. The Profiteer Pineapple Blowing Snow debuts, Dorag is numb. Character material. Pineapple blowing snow, open black lens bracket modification in progress, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, oh, dignity. How much is a caddy? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. As the most stingy and snobbish Pineapple Fubuki in the Fruit Academy, he has extremely high business attainments since he was a child, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. But because of being too greedy for money, Pineapple Fushui often loses everything, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. However, relying on her own popularity and a rich second-generation brother, Pineapple Fubuki can always turn the tide against the wind in desperation, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It's just that the money that turned against the wind is only enough for his poor life, close black lens bracket. With the opening of Wagwoshin Juicing Project, a large number of fruit residents have poured into Wagwoshin and never come out again, close black lens bracket. This also leads to Pineapple blowing snow, making less and less money, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Coupled with his money-greedy character, he is always deceived by those who want to develop in Wagwoshin, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. As a result, Pineapple Chushui owes more and more huge sums of money, and is chased by creditors to repay the debts every day, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Knowing that one day the Dean of the Fruit Academy suddenly proposed to let him and two other good brothers go to Wagwo Mountain to investigate, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It was also from then on that the gears of Pineapple Fubuki's fate began to turn, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After being tricked by Vice Admiral Excalibur from the Dean of the Fruit Academy, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Pineapple Fubuki embarked on a journey with two other good brothers, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. On the way, Pineapple Chushui and two good brothers overcame thorns and thorns, passed 5 levels and killed 6 generals, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. While improving in strength, Pineapple Fushui met a stuttering woman and a considerate woman, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It is no exaggeration to say that the fate of Pineapple Fubuki is like the heroine of a martial arts novel, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It seems rough, but it is actually enviable, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Not only have 2 good brothers who died, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. There are 2 women who love him deeply, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Plus his cheerful and 640 cunning character, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It is no exaggeration to say that Pineapple Fubuki can easily overcome all kinds of difficulties without much effort, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Compared to dealing with those big villains, the most troublesome thing for Pineapple Fuishui is actually those 2 women who love him deeply, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After experiencing all kinds of hardships, Pineapple Fushui and the other 5 companions climbed to the top of Wagwo Mountain, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. However, when facing the final boss, Pineapple Fubuki and his companions were defeated by Waterloo because of the gap in strength, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It was also from then on that Pineapple Fubuki swore that he would definitely change himself and defeat the final boss, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. While the extras are repairing and upgrading the mechs for them, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Pineapple Fushui accompanied my good brothers, training day and night every day, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. To know, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Pineapple blowing snow's talent is actually not low, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It can even be regarded as the top talent in the whole fruit world, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It's a pity that Pineapple Fubuki will only think about how to make a lot of money in the early years, and he has never discovered his talent, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It is precisely because of Waterloo this time, coupled with the supervision of 2 good brothers, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It is only then that Pineapple Chuishui's superb talent, which has been frozen for many years, can clear the clouds and see the light again, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Just when Pineapple Fushui was about to break through the bottleneck, the guy who played the role gave the repaired mecha to everyone, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Pineapple Fubuki who got the new mecha, and with the practice during this period, his strength has increased greatly, close black lens bracket. Combining the power of everyone, this time Pineapple Fubuki and the others easily defeated the biggest villain Booze. But when facing the middle-aged man surnamed Gui, Pineapple Fushui and others who had not yet broken through the bottleneck were brutally attacked, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Accidentally fell from the top of Wagwo Mountain, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. While being seriously injured, Pineapple Fushui also opened up Rendu's second channel, and his strength skyrocketed, close black lens bracket. After getting the new mecha, Pineapple Fushui and others embarked on the journey to defeat the middle-aged man surnamed Turtle again, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Pineapple Fubuki, whose strength has skyrocketed, said something that shocked the entire fruit world when facing a middle-aged man surnamed Kame, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. My pineapple blowing snow is not snow, but blood, the blood on my sword, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Since then, the name of pineapple blowing blood has spread, but Pineapple Fushui doesn't like this title, close black lens bracket. After defeating the man surnamed Turtle, advertisement. Open black lens bracket. Pineapple Fubuki joined hands with the residents of Fruit World to take the first step in Crayon New World, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. But after stepping into Crayon Little New World, the strength of Pineapple Fubuki and others has become the bottom of this world, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Although this is very unfavorable bad news, Pineapple Fushui and others were surprised to find out, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Their cultivation speed is like riding a rocket, and there has been an earth-shaking change, close black lens bracket. In addition, Pineapple Fushui opened up Rendu's second channel, as well as his superb cultivation talent, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Pineapple blowing snow is like a fish in water, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. In just 2 short years, he has become the top powerhouse of Crayon New World, close black lens bracket. But it is precisely because of the speed of cultivation that Pineapple Chuzu's heart is ready to move, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. However, before Pineapple Fubuki starts to fail, the return of Crayon Shin-chan brings an unprecedented crisis to Pineapple Fubuki, close black lens bracket. After a world-shattering battle with Crayon Shin-chan, Pineapple Fubuki and others have become close friends with Crayon Shin-chan. Open black lens bracket. I thought everything would be settled, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Pineapple Fubuki and others were kicked out of Crayon New World by the will of the world, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Recurring crises have gradually caused subtle changes in Pineapple Fubuki's mentality, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Misfortunes never come singly, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Pineapple Fubuki and others kicked out of Crayon New World by the will of the world, close black lens bracket. Before I had time to recover, I was surrounded by strong men on the mainland, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Another great war, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Although it ends with the victory of Pineapple Fubuki and others, the residents of Fruit World are also fighting because of this, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Less than 1/10 of the original amount left, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. In the Fruit World with a lot of vitality, I finally chose to find a safe place to recuperate, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. But their technological level does not support them to go to the sky at all, so they can only lock their targets on the bottom of the sea, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. After decades of construction and renovation, the residents of Fruit World have finally settled down at the bottom of the sea, close black lens bracket. AGBJ, open black lens bracket. It is precisely because of this reason that people on the mainland have completely forgotten Fruit World, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. The reason that really makes the Fruit World a legend, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It was when Crayon Little New World drove all the residents on the mainland to the sea that it started to shine, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. And Pineapple Fubuki also showed her profiteering side to the fullest at that time, close black lens bracket. As long as you give money, there is no Pineapple Fushui can't do it, only people can't think of it, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Since then, the legend of profiteer Pineapple blowing snow has become a lingering nightmare for contemporary mainland residents, close black lens bracket. It is also because of the reason why the profiteer Pineapple Fushui frequently appears in front of the world, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Only let people know the existence of the undersea overlord, the fruit family, close black lens bracket. Analyzing the material world. Logical fit, rapport fit. Material world fusion in progress. Directly ignore the prompts of the system. Al casually opened the material converter, and all the world materials and character materials. Convert it to several important figures in Gubao world. Because after modifying and creating the legend of Pineapple blowing snow, Al belatedly discovered a fatal loophole. Gubao Aries is different from GG Bond. GG Bond can rely on its own strength to summon the King of Five Spirits, God of War, and Saint Yanlong. However, Gubao God of War needs the strength of 8 people to exert its power to the maximum. If anyone is missing, even the power of Gubao God of War cannot be brought into full play. It is even possible that the God of War, Gubao, cannot be summoned. Advertisement. If only the Pineapple War treasure summoned by Pineapple Fubuki. It doesn't seem to be able to bring shocking effects to the world like those strong men who appeared before. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for obtaining the character material, Orange Luxiang, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for getting the character material, Shangguan Zi, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for getting the character material, Lu Xiaoguo, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for getting the character material. Warui, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for obtaining the character material. Iwashi, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for obtaining the character material. Xiao Goding, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for getting the character material. Pineapple Xiaowei, close black lens bracket. After converting the required character material, Al followed the template of pineapple blowing snow. Put these character materials on it, after all, apart from the bumpy process of keeping the fragrance of orange. The strengthening process of the rest of the people. In fact, not much difference, just modify a little bit on the original basis. It can be completely created and modified, when creating and modifying other characters. Al naturally couldn't let Pineapple Fubuki stay in the fruit world. After creating and modifying the legend of pineapple blowing snow, Al asked Pineapple Chushui to go to the Qingqing grassland to try his hand at the green grassland to earn mysterious points. After being ordered by Al, Pineapple Fushui, who was still leisurely and complacent, hurriedly drove Pineapple Zhanbao from the bottom of the sea to the Qingqing grassland. At the same time, on the Qingqing grassland battlefield, the red-haired girl who was finally freed from the claws of Crayon Shin-chan, was sent to fight side by side by Doragra before she rested for a few seconds. Hey, Turog. I have no obligation to help your revolutionary army. Facing the Redhead's evasive rhetoric, even though the current situation is very unfavorable. When are you going to give me the 8,000 tons of gold you owed me last time? A golden beam of light rises from the sky, just when Red Hair and Drago were about to fight. But the knot in my heart, Crayon Shin-chan, long time no see. Immediately afterwards, if you don't want to, just cooperate with me to take down that kid and that powerful fat sheep. Dorag responded with a very serious attitude. It's not something that can be eliminated in a short while. Do you want the red hair pirates to die in the damn place? The cheap voice of Pineapple Fushui suddenly resounded. This is also the main reason why he has been reluctant to go to the battlefield of Beechburg. After all, he doesn't like pirates, and he doesn't like world government. After all, Drago didn't bother to say another word to the Redhead. Chapter 146. Pineapple blowing snow. Small loans are not considered loans, and interest is calculated in seconds. Crayon Shin-chan, long time no see. When are you going to give me the 8,000 tons of gold you owed me last time? With the voice of Pineapple blowing snow tilde falling. I was planning to continue folding Crayon Shin-chan with red hair and others. Suddenly the corner of my mouth twitched. Scratching the back of his head in embarrassment. Pretending to be amnesiac, with an embarrassed smile. Who are you, little brother? Talking, although Crayon Shin-chan pretended to remember something. Immediately said, my mother called me home for dinner. I have to go home. Before the voice falls, Crayon Shin-chan is like a child who has done something wrong. Whoosh, the legs become two electric motors, a distance of hundreds of meters can be jumped out in one go. While escaping from the pineapple blowing snow, Crayon Shin-chan did not forget to glance back at Pineapple Fubuki. Seeing Pineapple Fubuki standing motionless like a log, Crayon Shin-chan breathed a sigh of relief, gradually slowed down. But precisely because of this brief slack, as a result, Crayon Shin-chan did not pay attention to the front. Just listen to a thud, although I don't know what hit it. But that soft feeling, immediately, Crayon Shin-chan felt an ominous premonition. When Crayon Shin-chan opens her eyes, looking at the Pineapple Fushui holding a small book in front of him. Crayon Shin-chan is like being clicked, my whole body trembled uncontrollably. Inadvertently, when Crayon Shin-chan looks back, I saw Pineapple Chushui standing motionless in the distance again. Next second, a big question mark materialized above his head like a substance. Isn't that guy still standing there stupidly? Then the one in front of me is, with suspicion. Crayon Shin-chan rubbed her eyes, it seems to solve the doubts in Crayon Shin-chan's heart. A gust of wind happened to blow off the pineapple blowing snow stand in the distance. Looking at the standing sign blown down by the wind, Crayon Shin-chan's heart trembled, turning his head like a machine. Embarrassment was written all over her face, but without waiting for Crayon Shin-chan to speak. Pineapple Fubuki took the lead and said, here is your bill. When are you going to settle the arrears? Talking. Pineapple blowing snow will be a bill hundreds of meters long. Paste on Crayon Shin-chan's head immediately afterwards. It seems that out of professional habit, Pineapple Fubuki wrapped the bill around Crayon Shin-chan very skillfully. Soon, a Crayon Shin-chan mummy wrapped in a bill. It will appear in the sight of everyone. It seems that I feel that I am a little too much. Pineapple Fubuki took out two small red flowers from behind and pinned them on Crayon Shin-chan's head. Then clapped hands, pride written all over his face. Hee, this is perfect. Talking, Pineapple Fubuki carried Crayon Shin-chan on his waist. Then it disappeared like lightning, when it reappears. Already at the side of Lan Yongyong, it seems to see the arrival of Pineapple Fubuki. Lazy Sheep couldn't help shivering, tremblingly, he said. Hey, what do you guys want? The snacks I owe you have been returned to you. Don't you ever get another bag of treats from me? See Lazy Sheep so afraid of themselves, Pineapple Fushui put his hands on Lan Yangyang's shoulders with a natural look. With a smile on his face, he said, 1300 years ago. Advertisement, You borrowed 3 packs of snacks from me. Though 10 years later, you returned the 3 packs of snacks to me. But, talking, Pineapple Fushui took out an IOU hundreds of meters long from behind. And a contract with Lazy Sheep and Sheep handprints. Then continued. You seem to have forgotten one thing. Pineapple Blowing Snow pointed to the contract written in black and white. Interest. 100 tons of gold per second, counting from 1300 years ago. Now, after about half an hour, Pineapple Fushui didn't know how much Lan Yangyang owed him. But, just half an hour of calculations, it can fill up the whole sea. It seems too lazy to continue counting. The corners of Pineapple Fubuki's mouth raised slightly. Put your arms on Lan Yangyang's shoulders again, with a smirk on his face, he said. You pay back some of the interest first, as for the latter. Ahem, let him accumulate first. Certainly, I'm not an unreasonable person either. If it's not up yet, you can also give me your goat family treasure. I can save you 0.000001% interest, only. In the end, Pineapple Fushui suddenly paused for a moment. The smile on my face grew stronger, but you also know my rules. If things are for things, you have to pay a 10% handling fee. Certainly, the handling fee is calculated based on the total amount owed at present. If it cancels out with the sheep family treasure. That is to say, it must be on the original basis. Plus 9.999999% handling fee. Don't give Lazy Sheep a chance to refute at all. Pineapple Fubuki opened his hands together, calculating the interest that Lazy Yangyang owes him like crazy on the ground. The resulting figures just stared at Lazy Sheep in a daze. If it wasn't for the stronger mental quality, Lazy Sheep have a 99.999% probability. Upon seeing this horrific figure, will pass out on the spot. But even if the mental quality is strong enough, when seeing this sky-high bill, still pale with fright, seeing that the Lazy Sheep is about to faint. Pineapple Fushui has quick eyes and hands, among those who grab the Lazy Sheep. Dazed to pick up the Lazy Sheep abruptly, to know. Pineapple Blowing Snow for thousands of years, I have been doing the work of lending and collecting loans. He is even more familiar with all kinds of events that occur during debt collection. Just the simple fainting of Lazy Sheep, he has witnessed no less than 10,000 times. After pinching the Lazy Sheep awake, Pineapple Fushui gently patted Lan Yangyang on the cheek. After confirming that Lazy Sheep is awake, Pineapple Fubuki is no nonsense. He skillfully used bills to bind Lazy Yangyang into a mummy. Let's go, take me to collect interest. When the interest arrives in the account, I can send it to you for a few years. With the sound of Pineapple Blowing Snow, Lazy Sheep's heart trembled. While whining, struggling desperately on Pineapple Fubuki's shoulders. But no matter how much effort Lazy Yangyang exerts, it's like magic to bind his bills, can't get out of it at all. And Redhead and others, while the pineapple is blowing snow to collect debts. United with Marco and Drago, Sneaky Will Whitebeard, Golden Lion et al. Advertisement 0. Seeking flowers. Moved to the area hundreds of meters away from Pineapple Fushui. Looking at the pineapple blowing snow that tied up Crayon Shin-chan and Lan Yangyang. The red hair pirates and the Whitebeard pirates, it's like a wooden sculpture stuck in place. How powerful are Crayon Shin-chan and Lan Yangyang? As opponents, how could they not understand, but two such powerful monsters? At this moment, a guy who looks like a pineapple jelly. Easily bound into a mummy with paper, and judging from the appearance of the Lazy Sheep struggling desperately. Can't seem to break free from that paper, see this scene. A trace of cold sweat broke out on the red-haired forehead. With a slightly startled tone, he said, "Who's that guy? Enemy, or monster from Bikini Bottom?" For the questions raised by redheads. Everyone has different answers. Marco and others think that Pineapple Fushui must be the enemy of Crayon Shin-chan and Lan Yangyang. Otherwise, how could he bind his partner like this? On the other hand, Drago, it is against, after all, after Crayon Shin-chan and Lan Yangyang saw the pineapple blowing snow. There was no trace of hostility, if it is an enemy. I'm afraid it's already started, it's simply not possible like it is now. And most importantly, Crayon Shin-chan and Lan Yangyang saw the pineapple blowing snow. Eyes full of fear. If it is an enemy, how could it be possible to show that appearance? Unless the strength of Pineapple Fushui is several times that of Crayon Shin-chan and Lan Yangyang. Just when Marco and Dorag, the red-haired people, were seriously discussing carrying Lazy Goat on his back, he is going to find the Pineapple Chushui, the treasure of the Goat clan. From the corner of the eye, he glanced at Hongfa and the others inadvertently. It seems that because of the strangeness of the eyes, Pineapple Fubuki couldn't help but have a strong interest in them. Certainly, his interest, it's just that he wants Hongfa and others to borrow money from him. Got an idea, Pineapple Fubuki is also unambiguous. A flash disappeared in place when it reappears. It was already in front of the red hair and the others. Facing the sudden appearance of pineapple blowing snow. The redhead and others are like getting an electric shock. The body trembled violently, then he lowered his voice and asked. What are you trying to do? I warn you. Before everyone has finished speaking, a smile appeared on the corner of Pineapple Fubuki's mouth. Very naturally, he put his hand on the red-haired shoulder. He smiled and said, Little brother, do you want a loan? Pineapple loan, the package can solve all your difficulties. Facing Pineapple Fubuki's inquiry, the redhead naturally vetoed it subconsciously. But what about Pineapple Fubuki? Doesn't need the Redhead's consent at all. Give you a handful of gold, silver and jewels. You are trustworthy? Pineapple loan. Pineapple Fubuki showed a winner's smile. Interest is calculated in seconds. I can only follow the most basic method of pineapple loan. Clapped hands, 55. Then he said, a contract was drawn up. In the blink of an eye, because you don't want to talk about your troubles. Not even the consent of Dorag et al. Is required. Small loans are not loans, and also press the fingerprints of everyone present. Pineapple Fushui symbolically gave everyone a handful of air. After the contract is drawn up, as the voice falls. Chapter 147. Pineapple blowing snow. Want an egg? Gubao Mecha, returned to its place. Small loans are not loans, interest is calculated in seconds. Pineapple loan. You are trustworthy, almost a few seconds after Pineapple Fushui's voice fell. Only then did everyone recover from their doubts. Gold, silver and jewelry? Small loans don't count? It can be said that everyone is extremely puzzled. What is this all about? What bullshit gold and silver jewelry? This is nothing at all, isn't this playing tricks on them properly? But after a moment of anger, everyone in the impetuous state of mind quickly calmed down. After all, compared to Crayon Shin-chan and Lazy Yang Yang. Being teased by this guy with the appearance of pineapple jelly. It doesn't seem to be an insignificant thing, because it's just a feeling of displeasure. And Lazy Sheep is a double-layered torture both physically and mentally. Crayon Shin-chan is even worse, it is simply rubbing dignity and personality on the ground. After calming down, everyone only thought that Pineapple Fubuki was playing a joke on them. Didn't take it to heart, but the people did not relax. But always beware of pineapple blowing snow, after all, they still don't know what the ability of pineapple blowing snow is. It is not clear whether Pineapple Fubuki is an enemy or a friend. In addition, the most important thing for them now is to treat Whitebeard and Golden Lion. I didn't have much thought to fight with Pineapple Fubuki. But just as everyone was thinking that if Pineapple Fubushui didn't take the initiative. When they are not actively attacking, suddenly, it feels like the soul is about to be pulled away. Immediately afterwards, a piercing pain, like a rushing tide. Washing their nerves over and over again, severe pain, even the top powerhouses such as Redhead and Dorag. It seems too unbearable. Just for a moment, everyone's faces turned pale. Just looking at it, I was about to faint because of the severe pain. Just then, the sound of pineapple blowing snow sounded inappropriately. Oops, forgot to tell you guys. The person who signed this loan contract with me. Half the soul will be taken as collateral. This process may be a little bit painful. But the pain came quickly, go too fast, you don't have to worry too much tilde. Talking, Pineapple Fubuki sticks out her tongue. Make a playful move. Wen Yan. The eyes of everyone looking at Pineapple Fubuki changed subtly in an instant. If eyes can kill, Pineapple Fubuki has probably become a puddle of juice by now. Looking at the eyes of the crowd full of murderous intent. Pineapple Fubuki drank tea very calmly, and said in a slightly threatening tone. If you feel that the pineapple loan is not suitable for you, you may also give the gold and silver jewels that I have given you. And return the interest to me. Talking, Pineapple Fushui casually threw a large stack of bills in front of everyone. Looking at the huge arrears written in black and white on the bill. Everyone's mind is full of bold question marks. Am I hallucinating? 50 billion Baileys? What is your 50 billion Baileys? I'm 150 billion Baileys. Advertisement? Stop talking, I'm 230 billion Baileys. Is there anyone taller than me? Shut up Beckman, the boss is not talking. Mr. Dorag, I am 153 billion Baileys, what about you? Facing the question raised by Sabo, the corner of Dorag's mouth twitched. Unabashedly turned the bill over, looking at the series of nines on the bill. Sabo counted very carefully, when counting to the last digit. Sabo took a deep breath and exclaimed, number 999,999 billion Bailey? Did that guy write nonsense? As Sabo's voice fell. Everyone looked fiercely at Pineapple Chuishui, facing the menacing eyes of the crowd. Pineapple Fubuki just glanced at it, then turned her head away. Pouted, while whistling, one side responded very perfunctorily. How can it be written blindly? I lend money strictly according to the requirements of my clients. Looking at Pineapple Fuishui's guilty look, everyone was speechless. And some guys with hot tempers are directly spraying. You guys must be writing nonsense. Number 999,999 billion Bailey, why don't you grab it? What to grab? Even looting the world government doesn't have that many Baileys. You bloody B asterisk 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 D, give us back our souls. Damn it, obviously nothing was given to us. But they want us to pay back so much money, what do you think we are? What do you take money for? Is there inexhaustible seawater? In the face of people's abuse and questioning, Pineapple Fubuki trimmed her nails leisurely. Though he may have no nails, but appearances have to be put on, don't they? This is the experience that Pineapple Fubuki has accumulated over the years. In the face of this situation, don't try to reason with those guys. Can't explain anything, just pretend to be calm and indifferent. Then the other party will feel jealous and panic. In this way, the initiative will always be in your own hands. And the reality is not much different, seeing Pineapple Fuishui's indifferent appearance. Reminiscent of half of my soul in the hands of Pineapple Fubuki. Everyone just cursed for a while, it was stopped by Redhead, Drago and others. After the riots were quelled, the Redhead asked sullenly. What if we can't repay this debt? When Yan, Pineapple Fubuki raised his eyebrows. The playful tone is mixed with a strong sense of threat. Unable to pay the debt? I have a million ways to deal with Laozi. If you don't want to pay back, then you'll have to try a million tortures. Certainly, while tasting a million tortures. I will use a secret recipe to keep you awake and alive. After you have tasted hundreds of tortures, I'll lock you up in the fruit world under the sea for endless work. Accompanied by the voice of pineapple blowing snow. A chill ran straight from the soles of my feet to my forehead. If ordinary people say this, they will definitely snort and laugh it off. But it was the monster from Beechburg that said those words. To know the monster from the side of Bikini Bottom. Each has special abilities beyond normal people, and the most important point is, advertisement they're all monsters that lived thousands of years ago. Since they can both live 1,000 years without dying. That must have the means to obtain eternal life, hundreds of tortures. Taste hundreds of tortures while staying awake? After tasting the torture, you have to be imprisoned to work for it? Is this what a 37-degree mouth can say? Is this something humans can do? Forehead, the pineapple jelly in front of me. It doesn't seem to be human either. The scene in everyone's mind at this moment. Far beyond the big Hollywood movies, it is not even an exaggeration to say. Just based on the picture that emerges in everyone's mind at this moment. Both make thousands of creepy thrillers. It can be seen that what Pineapple Fubuki said. What a shock to everyone, but the guy with a head is unwilling to admit this contract. And want to tear it up on the spot, however, no matter how hard those tough guys try. Even Devil Fruit's abilities are used, but still can't tear up this contract. Instead, because of excessive force, causes heart-throbbing pains. Nearly passed out on the spot, see this situation. Drago, Red Hair, and Marco looked at each other, then he said. Marco, you continue to heal Whitebeard first, leave this matter to me and Drago. Seeing that the Redhead said so, Marco, who originally wanted to contribute, nodded slightly. Focus on Whitebeard's injury again. Now the injuries of Whitebeard, Golden Lion and Hawkeye have been healed by Marco. Just need to heal the internal injury again. Marco can 100% guarantee that Whitebeard and others will wake up from the coma. Because in treating them, Marco was surprised to find that the killer drug previously administered by Whitebeard et al. Didn't take full advantage of the potency, as long as the internal injuries in Whitebeard and others are healed. The medicinal properties of the evil medicine will become the best introduction to medicine. Wake Whitebeard et al. From their comas, only, Marco was still a little worried. Although Whitebeard and others can use this to wake up. But the drug effect will also spread rapidly in their bodies. 4.9 If the drug effect erodes the brains of Whitebeard and others again. At that time, they will lose their sense of self completely. Become a killing machine, and that scene, it was also the scene that Marco didn't want to see the most. But he couldn't just leave Whitebeard alone, could he? When Marco wholeheartedly treated Whitebeard and others. The Red Hair and Drago looked at each other, then he took a step forward with firm eyes. His tone was full of threats, the huge arrears fabricated out of thin air. We will never pay back, as for your punishment. It's impossible for us to agree, if you will not return our souls. Then we have to compete. Following the words of Red Hair and Drago, Pineapple Fubuki raised his eyebrows. The playfulness on his face became even stronger. Oh? Want to use violence to settle the debt? Then you have to ask my Pineapple War Treasure if it agrees. In the end, Pineapple Fubuki's tone became more and more ferocious. In his dictionary, absolutely no one is allowed to borrow money from him without repaying it. Fruit Mecha. Reset. Pineapple Battle Treasure.